All right. Happy Friday morning, everyone. Morning. Hope you're doing good. Some nice move overnight. If you listened to me yesterday on the stream on YouTube, well, you were actually prepared for the move off value area low all the way back to 300s. Okay, we talked about it on stream. Some of you laughed at me. Who's laughing now? Ha 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 ha, into the weekend. All right, this is what we expected yesterday. We expected this move up. All right, maybe some of you caught it. If you didn't, there were other trades available. We did take it in Discord. Okay, so focused on the daily now. Where are we? Well, yesterday closed an outside bar right at this key level. You can see this is your big weekly key level. All right, it's the Monday close. It's the Tuesday open. It's the Thursday failure point. All right, this is a huge level in the market right now. All right, right up here, basically into 500. You can just call it 29.5. You can see it. Close, open, close, and that's where we're going to open. All right. Above that, we have the 20-day moving average. All right, 5 days starting to try and curl. 20-day moving average is resistance. All right, this will be dictation of sentiment between these two levels. Why? It's because this is where we failed from, and this is where we're trying to reclaim. So bears will live in here, trying to force. All right, they are still structurally looking for this. Bulls will want to get up into here and hold the bid above it, because if they do that, they don't give them the lower low. All right, we have an undercut and they have the chance to go back upside. All right, so the battle right now is likely to be in this area. So I'd say the battle of 500s, over 500s, 800s, over 800s, 30,200s. Probably not today. So just be aware of that. What would I like today? Probably dips. And I'm going to show you why, because of the 5 day and how we've built out structure. And we've done it overnight. Those of you here in Discord were prepared for it. All right, hourly chart. This is all I'm focusing on right now. All right, when we look at the current week's profile and we think about where we've reacted before. All right, resistance, support, resistance, breakout, pullback. Guess what happened? That was the level for you guys in Discord we talked about, and a push up from it. All right, so I'm interested if we're willing to hold this low volume node and previous day value area high. All right, so anything in here I'm interested on bidding on, as long as structurally it makes sense. Right, I'm not just going to bid on a first move down. It might be that we don't come down there. It might be that it holds a higher low, and I need to look for acceptance inside Globex. All right, Globex value area low, Globex value area high, point of control. Here's your rotation during Globex, but we're not seeing acceptance down here. All right, from bulls. Bulls are saying no, we're going upside. No, we're going upside. So I'm interested in a cheap bid down here. If I get lucky, it might be that we don't get it. If we lose, all right, if we lose the bid at value area high, you want to be very careful. At that point, right, two things can happen. If we don't bid this, we come under, we reclaim. That's a very bullish move long. Alternatively, all right, we come under, we reject, we leave buyers up here trapped, and we rotate. And the next level we'd be looking at is basically 29,100, where we're thin in here, right, down to 29,000, and then under that point of control. Okay, so that's what we're looking for this morning. So I'm bullish basically all the time we're above previous day value area high. If they want to do a deep trap down here, I'll play the reclaim. Unlikely I'll play the long there, but we'll judge it if and when we come down there. I'd rather play a reclaim because this is dangerous at that point. So that's the idea today. It's to buy dips all the time we're holding and to sell pops for a rotation if we come back inside. If we don't give me a dip down there, then I'm going to have to play this range here. We all know Alex loves range. So I'm going to have to play an acceptance inside value for that drive back up. Looks like nothing. That's 200 points. And if we find acceptance through here, my targets are up here. 744, 850s, and then we'll see if we get going above that. We'd have to be very lucky because we're quite thick in here. So I'd rather not bid in there, right? I'd rather not look for this. I'd rather get a cheap bid so that I'm well positioned risk-wise to get back inside. But, you know, market might not give us what we want. It looks like train left the station. That was your bid already. Okay, lower time frames. All this down. All right, there's the bid in the blue box for you guys from last night. It's so simple, isn't it? How simple is that? There's your breakout zone. This is where we got long in Discord. Long, long, out. Maybe some of them got this move into Globex, and then they should have ideally gone short and then long back again for that move. We're looking at the same kind of thing. Okay, ES now. We can also just quickly, I guess we should talk about the cool walls. All right, we're in positive gamma. Biggest wall up here is top side of Globex. After that, we can get going. Big put wall is right down here. All right, at previous day point of control, which basically says if we lose 29 threes and 29 twos, we're probably coming down to POC. So we want to be aware of that. So we have to find a bid or trap in here. Otherwise, this is the magnet, which makes sense on the higher time frame. All right, ES, I'm going to go to 5 minute, move to ES. I should remind you as well, there's news at 10 today, Michigan consumer sentiment. And we have SpaceX. I don't know what time that's going to be live. It's normally late morning into early afternoon. All right, ES, same thing. And it's produced quite a strong high low there. All right, but you don't want to long into this, do you? You don't want to get trapped in this pivot. So it's the same kind of thing. All right, it's starting to hold a bid on PDC. So they trapped underneath. That was your RBS zone. That's where we broke out from. We came back. We found the bid again, but we don't want to be long in here as a new money long because we're into resistance from overnight and resistance from Monday and Tuesday. All right, so in here, we might end up building out some liquidity today. It's possible that we don't break higher today and we just sort of chop in a new liquidity zone, right? This was yesterday's liquidity zone. We're finding acceptance above it. Maybe we chop up here. We have to see. But the same kind of play setting up. So I'd be watching dips on ES all the time. It's willing to hold here. If we start letting go of that, that will be the trap or the trap volume to go lower. Right, spies, Qs, spiders, same story. You can see it, it's very clear. There's your close. It's holding the bid on the close. All right, needs to find acceptance back above 740. Exactly what we just talked about. Otherwise, they lose this bid, wash down to here, and probably bid back off that. Can we clean this up? Go away. There we go. QQQ. Same story. All right, slight undercut here of after hours. All right, trying to find acceptance back inside to get into this range. This is your target right now. If you took this long, 1.8 and then 20, and then see if they hold the pullback in this range. All right, I don't really like, just like Inky, I don't really want to bid that range. If they reject here or reject here, there's a chance for this. If they lose that, that's the wash that's available. Right, that's the range down there. I'd expect a reaction here or here. All right, let's have a quick look. CL, let's come right back in after that war news. So weakness in that alignment with the market to move higher. VIX coming right back in. All right, couldn't find acceptance over this zone, which was resistance. We lost it. We're back into this zone down here again. All right, so we'll see if they rotate between these or we're going to see weakness. Dixie as well failed that breakout for the 100 millionth time that we talked about. There we go, coming back inside. They might find a bid here, but not surprising because it's done it every single time. All right, let's go to semis. Soxel looking strong here. All right, breakout above range here. You want to see this level hold today, 207-ish. All right, you want to see that hold pullbacks to drive higher to take out this liquidity. All right, we're basically doing a giant one of these if it can do that. If it can't hold 207, do not touch it. We'll be risk off. We'll come back into this range. So semis look okay, slightly weaker at the open, slight gap down at the open, but they look okay, right, in terms of range, as long as they can hold 207s. I'll be watching that. Software, flat, trying to catch a bid. All right, so there's yesterday's. We're top side of the range. So again, if they can hold the bid and get going, that'll be alignment for upside. Let's have a look at the mag now. I've got to get through this quick. That was our level from yesterday. Let's have a look on Apple. Okay, Apple trying to hold top side of range as well. So again, dips here, 94s. If 94s hold, you're targeting this liquidity here, basically 300 to 302s. If they lose 94s, we come back inside the range to 290s. That would be a problem for the market. Amazon. All right, there's the bid off my blue level. Strong bid. Surprise, surprise. All right, so strong bid on Amazon off this level. 10 points higher, $10 higher. We'll see if they hold a pullback into 40s. If they do, There's your W, and that pullback, if that holds, we get going next week back up to 250s. So I'm interested in that now. It's reacted to that level, double bottom, and we're gone. So I'm watching all dips into 240s for next week. Goog came into my level. There you go. Yesterday finally came in. There's a reaction at the level. This has been on your screens for weeks and weeks and weeks. All right. So the same thing as Amazon. Can we pull back in now and hold a higher low? I'll be watching 355s for the bids all the way down to 350s. All right. Any higher low there, I'm going to bid on it. Swing account, that is. Meta, same kind of thing. Starting to see a reaction, gapping up, holding. So any pullback that holds looks strong here. This is good alignment so far if they can hold the dips today. Microsoft, same story. All right, into a big put wall, gapping up, holding the bid. Anything above 390 that holds looks great for an upside lift. So I'm only looking for dips there. I do not really want to be buying breakouts. I want dips that firm up and hold, because we don't want to buy breakouts into resistance. We want to buy dips if they are willing to hold. If they don't hold, we don't buy it. Nvidia, okay, this is a little bit trickier because it's a little bit more messy. All right, but same thing down here. Lots of liquidity, right? Bears failed numerous times. There's your W shape. Same story here into 203s. What I would say is we've come and tapped into some key levels here. But if they hold 203s, if semis get going, 210s is the target. Tesla. Same thing. Undercut, W, and it's away. Can we hold the bid? So I'd say 97s down to 90s needs to hold for that move back to 420s. Looks good out there. Looks good out there right now, I'd say, for a reaction. And Oracle, well, we'll see if they are willing to climb back at all. That's one that I'd leave alone for a little bit. So yeah, it doesn't look too bad out there right now. This is all about, you know, what the market's willing to do today. That is not the right one. Yeah, this is all about what the market's willing to do. Are we willing to hold bids today? It is SpaceX. Who knows what happens when that comes out? I literally have no idea. You guys are going to ask, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I think we're in price discovery. That's the only thing I think. I don't know anything else. I wish I did. I wish I had a magic ball. You bought the course. How do you get access to Discord? Go to the end of the course, my friend. There's a module telling you what to do. Okay, so we're going to see this morning what this kind market is willing to give us. Ideally down into some of these blue boxes. Otherwise, if they're going to hold Globex, all right, then we're going to see that. Ideally, I'd love it down into some of these. It's a much cheaper trade to go upside rotation, but we'll just have to see at the open. So, to be clear, I'm looking to buy dips today unless we lose value area high. All right, very simple. Unless we lose value area high, I'm looking to be a dip buyer. Lose value area high down here, we can think about selling pops if they're going to stay heavy under that. Until that point, we're looking to bid up. My side monitors zoomed in a bit more so I can see what's going on in the semis and software and everything else. All right, so we're basically opening up flat. We're opening up, gapping up on ES and SPY. We're opening up flat. This yellow line is our cash close. We're opening up flat on the Qs. Okay, good luck, everyone. About 15 seconds left or something. And we'll see if we can get going here. Right, come right back down and let's see how we operate down here. Down you come, son. Down you come, sunshine. Don't want to hold that low. I'd rather we move lower. So I'm watching to see an entry down here or blue box. If we reclaim value, I'll think about taking the long, but I really want us to come into here if possible. But I will consider the long if we start to reclaim value. I'd much rather we come lower first. And let this book settle for a bit. Again, just ridiculous orders going through at the moment. You can see like Bookmap struggling again today. The amount of size and the ATR is hard for anything order flow wise at the moment to keep up in retail land. It doesn't matter how good your computer is. This is a walloping size at the opens and MOO. I haven't been here for MOC to watch, but I'm sure it's the same. All right, can we come down a little bit here? All right, Q's coming very close to that 712 GEX level. Give you a readout. Tesla gapping down or flushing at the open. Nvidia red, Microsoft red, Amazon red, Meta green, Google green, Apple green, Oracle green. We'll just see. Oi. Bookmap running like a dog so far this morning. This is look at this. Every time I move it, we're getting data issues again from CME. Trying to be patient, see if we can come right down into this and see if they hold a bid. Did I take a buy? I did not take a buy. We haven't come into my level and we haven't reclaimed a level. There's nothing to buy yet. We've got to come into one of these or we've got to reclaim these. So here's back to view up. Q's getting close to that 713s. SPY's coming in as well. Stocks all coming into these pre-market lows as well. We're almost there, almost low enough. Quite a muted open, I would say. I don't know if you guys agree. It feels quite muted. Fairly slow at the moment. All the way down there is interesting. Anywhere down into that. See if these line up today. 222, what do I have? 155. Great, they still don't line up. You're in shorts failing the reclaim value area low. Globex value area low. Yeah, that makes sense. You're in shorts here to here. That makes sense. I'm waiting to see how we react down here. That's what I'm waiting for. To see if they're willing to hold previous day value area high or any of these levels. If they are, I'm going to bid on it. If they're not, and we sell through and we stay heavy, then I'll get short for a rotation. But I think we're probably going to see a bid somewhere around here. But, you know, I could easily be wrong. They might just say, no, 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 no. We need to come right back down, all the way down to 29,000 today, which is also possible. And we will play that underneath value if that's the case. You see a little reaction off that GEX level here. Starting to see a little reaction. There are some sellers starting to get a bit aggressive into 300s, not getting their way. So there's the first tap of the reaction on the blue box. So we'll still wait to see if these sellers get trapped now to get long. Low volume node here, sellers are going to try and protect. Just waiting, still very early into the day. It's been 4 minutes. Let's just hope we don't get a news piece coming out saying the war's back on or something ridiculous when we're going to try and buy a dip, eh? Get flushed out. Okay, first reaction here. If we reclaim low volume node, I'm going to start to try and get long here. Here's the low volume node. If we pull back now and we hold anywhere towards 50s, I'm going to start getting long. Nice. Pull back a bit for me though. Can you pull back a little bit for me though? Nope, you're just going to accelerate away, are you? All right, so small piece on here, very small. I'm going to watch 20s, the upside as well. Here we go. Here's the plan playing out. Right, I want to add into this because I'm small size. We would like this to come back in and hold a little bit. What a reaction off the blue box. What a genius. Okay, here's the 20s. This point control. This is going to be important now to see if we find acceptance over it or not. Am I in the buy? Yes, I'm in the buy. Small size. Do you have ears, my friend? Right, this has to hold 50s now. We have to hold the high volume node. Fuck me. It's already started. Shall I click your buttons for you? You'd love that, wouldn't you? You would love that. Right, need to hold this low volume node down here. Starting to add into this if we can hold that low volume node. Otherwise, just small size to start. And if we reclaim New York Open, I'll also add back inside value for the push. So I want to see us get back above Globex, value area low, and then drive all the way up here. Ideally, a pull back in. Bye, darling, loves you. Ideally, a pull back in first to hold, but we look good at the moment. SOXL's driving up. Everything's driving up. We're in alignment. Yeah, it's got to get through the 225s first. So it's at previous day high, previous day close first on SOXL. We just rejected that. All right, let's see if they hold this pullback into around 50. If they do, I'll add in. If they flush under that, I'm done with it. It means we need to move lower under this. If we can't hold this little node, then we're going to move down to here. So far, it's starting to base out and look good. So we'll just see here. That's why we're small size. We're early. If they want to reflush this, they will. ES rejecting VWAP, so no alignment there. So relative weakness in the ES worth being aware of. Can you come a bit lower and hold 50s for me? You're just going to bid out of this already, are you? Can you please come and test 50 so I know if you're ready? Oh, range is big, isn't it? Oh, Bookmap's really struggling there. I'll tell you what, if they start basing over 40s, I'm going to add because it's not coming deep enough for me. So if we base over 440s, I'll add base, not poke, base. Ideally, we come back down to 350s for a test. It's a much better position. Talking about 100 points difference. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Come on, market. Either get over 440s or come and test 350s. One or the other. Let's not stand here still, eh? Let's not do this. This is silly. It's 440 test. We've got to break above this and hold it, and then I'll add. It's 440 test, 440 test, 440 test. All right, there's the break above. All right, any pullback which holds 440 down to 420s now I will add. Got a base above and add it. Still not basing. I'll wait for this to close. Yeah, test 20 says still can't base above. It's just a poke. I'm watching the 1 minute candle here. Got 5 seconds left. Okay, adding now into the end of this candle. So we need to hold VPOC now. 420s now needs to be held. Added a bit more there. Can we get through PDC here and then go New York Open? Here we go, PDC. Give me New York Open. Give me New York Open and VWAP for a partial, and then I will hold on We're back inside value. Oh, I'm going to take a little partial PDC here, and I'm looking to get up into here, right? So partials here, 540, and then top side of this range, and then we readjust once we get up there. We have news in 20 minutes. Oh, Ninja's frozen on that pullback. That's nice. Thanks, Ninja. Are you joking? Completely frozen on that pullback. I got no data on Ninja. Anyone else? This is hilarious. Okay, data back. There we go. Oh, and you didn't respect my stop. Great. Okay, taking this off. Oh, are you fucking kidding? Thanks, CME. We knew there was going to be more problems like this. Yeah, you had the same. Okay. Well, it's CME issues. You can see it on Bookmap as well. It's CME issues with piling it through. Just ruined a good trade by Ninja Trader ignoring the stop. Apparently it doesn't exist when you get a flush, and it does that. Yeah, you guys had the same. Fuck me. I wonder if we'll get a note about that from CME or Tradeify. Okay, so out of this now, and I will look at the same trade when we come down here. That is such a shame because I moved my stop up and I've given back money for zero reason after adding in, other than technical flaws in the market. Always fun. Was my stop break even? It was above break even. And I've taken an L on that. You gotta laugh. Trump, Iran leaked terms do not match written agreement. Great. What did I say? I hope he doesn't do some fucking stupid bollocks when we're trying to get long. So first thing I said this morning, this guy's a fucking cretin. Sorry, guys, if you support him. He's a fucking idiot. He's the only thing that ruins this market is him running his mouth. Just shut your fucking ego gob for a day and let us trade the levels. For fuck's sake. Jesus fucking Christ. We've got a beautiful market, and this whole week's been amazing without him opening his mouth. And the moment he opens it, we get this. I'm still going to look for the same stuff off value. It's just the same levels. I'm going to look for the same trades off value. If we lose value, I'll look for the shorts. Oh my God. Okay, ES down into key level, 375. Fucking Donald, man. Still holding this blue box. I'm still looking for buys if sellers get trapped. But I tell you what, probably a lot of people got caught in that move. We looked really healthy for that move until that tweet came out. But we'll see. Maybe we can look for the same play again as long as he doesn't open his mouth. Because we're at the same levels, maybe we can look for the same play again. If they hold previous day value area high, if they bid down here, we're going to have to reclaim that node again at 50s, right? So I'll be watching the same thing here at 50s. I'll be willing to reclaim it. Fuck me. Please, Donald, don't tweet again if I get long again. Please, mate. I'm begging you. Please don't. If I'm going to get long here, please don't tweet again. Some bollocks. Okay, watching these 50s for a reclaim. Nice reaction off ES off that gamma level. No reclaim of 50s yet. Not that much excess at the lows. It's light selling volume at 280 and under. It's nothing major. No big lots. So we might be coming right down to value area high here. Which for me on Ninja is 160s, hilariously. So on TradingView, it's 220s. On Ninja, it's 160s. Somewhere around there. Okay. I'm going to make a new low here, I think, first, before they do anything else. I'm watching for the same play. Either value area high, bid, or a reclaim of value on the day here. What a shame. I think we were up like 100 points on that. Fucking hell. There you go. It's the new low. So they've come back down to value area high now. Now you've got news recirculating the same news. Great. Great. We're into a washing machine for a bit. I'm still looking for the same play. I don't care. I'm not looking for a short unless we come under value. All right, we're starting to see reaction. From here down to 160 is where I think they're going to bid. It's the same thought process as this morning. I'm not changing my mind on that. I will change my mind on that if we lose value. But what's he actually said? Like, that the document they leaked isn't the document he got sent. I mean, that's... He hasn't said anything else of significance, I don't think, from my understanding. They better get their act together fast, all right? Just, I thought the deal was done. I thought it was already done. I thought that's what you said. Thought yesterday you said it was done, mate. Is it not done? Are you telling me it's not done? So you're telling me you lied yesterday? No way. Right. Watching these same levels, all right? These levels here, if we reclaim. I expect a bid to come in around here. That's why we had it drawn. And I'll still look for the upside move because I think it's what we want to do. Okay, it's the same play again here. So waiting to see if we base out here and hold. These 50s are going to become key. And I'll start bidding again. All right, here's 50s. No acceptance above 50 still. You can see it's key level. Lots of liquidity higher to fill. I want to get long. I want to get long. I want to get long. Still rejecting 50s. Can't get long until I see us like confirm and hold or trap sellers at the low, which we haven't done yet. There is some excess. It's light excess at 60s and under now, but it's not a lot. So if we pull down there and I see a reaction, that would be something, but it's very light excess down there. That's pulling back towards them. Let's see how they act here. That's a good reaction. All right, I've got a piece long. That is an early reaction for me. I'm not going to risk under 70s here. There's a nice hold. Stops at 70s. And I'll add on confirmation of a base above 350s. Please don't ruin it, Donald. Please. Please, my friend, don't ruin it. Why do I think you're going to stop me out first? Oh, very close. You're getting close to my stop at 70s. Yeah, I'm out. Well, we tried a small piece there. Is the Alex trade about to be present? I think it is. Small sellers just got caught there. For fuck's sake. How many days in a row? How many fucking days in a row? I've got to let this settle down. Oh my God, how many fucking days in a row is it going to do this trade to me? Here we go, bulls are coming flying in. They've got to get above 350s, right? Your strength will come back in above 350s. I'll see if I can find another way in above that. It's very choppy, this market here this morning. I think Donald's upset it because they were willing to hold and push and they were ready to break out. He's upset it with that news. And they're now just trying to digest it, thinking, well, do we need to come lower? Have we priced in the end of the war yesterday from the move from 28,700s, and he's lied to us, is what they're saying right now, which means, are we going to come right back to 28,750 if he has? That's what they're concerned about right now. I don't think that is the case. I think you're just seeing some bluffs on both sides. Buyers starting to bid up here. They're trying to hold 90s now. I'm still not in for a third attempt at this trade. So I've had 2 attempts. I'm not going to take a third until I get real good confirmation, because I cannot afford to get trapped here again. 3 in a row will probably be my day done if I have 3 losses in a row, and I don't want to do that. We have news coming out in 10 minutes as well, folks. Consumer sentiment, be aware of that. $350 is very key here. A giant candle's coming one side here because we've just been here for a while. Big sellers coming in at these lows under 300 again. Starting to see very aggressive sellers under 300 start to show up. They are looking for a break lower. If they don't get it, they will get compression and they will get upset. That is again more sellers stuck there. That last guy came in at 90s. So you've got sellers at 90s and 77s not getting their way yet. Doesn't mean they don't, but right now they're not getting their way. So if they don't get their way and we break 350, there's an upside move available. But just not mark those out. 90s is stuck now. 90s and 70s is stuck. Or 90s and 80s are currently stuck with price above them. They are big size. This is all about whether they can get this breakout here. Very tempted to have one more go. Okay, I'm long again. Fuck it. I'm long for this same move. Please don't wash me out. Small size until we break 350. Through 350, I'll add. Here we go. Get through 350. Don't you dare come and stop me out again. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. All right, I want all pullbacks to hold. Come on, baby. Fucking send it. Up to 400. This is a big level. This low volume node is a big level here. I've paid myself a little bit. If we base and hold now above 320s, I'll add for the trade up to 400. Otherwise, I will stop out, but in the money, which saves me a trade. If I am wrong, I'm going to stop in the money, which is good. So we want 320s to hold. We don't really want it below that. If you wanted to risk 290s, you could. It's a good dip into 320s, which held. We should accelerate if buyers are going to take control up to 400 now. Through this node, we got to see acceleration through 70s, 50s to 70s. We need to accelerate through to the upside. We don't want it below 20s. Below 20s, we're out, but we're out in the money. Out in the money. Well, at least I reduced my losses for the day. Low volume node still rejecting up here. I still think we're going to trade higher. At least I bought myself one more trade there. It's a battle. It is now a battle. We might need a lot of patience here. That news has probably really jolted the market at these levels. But we'll see. I'm still long bias, and all the time we're above this, I'm long bias. All right, and I'd say down to 160 because that's where it is on NinjaTrader. I'm long bias above this. Consumer sentiment in 6 minutes. We might need to get through that. Yeah, I'll tell you why that news has jolted the market, because this was we've done a deal. This was the move this morning, and this was, we've not done a deal. Sorry, what? But you did a deal there. So if we've not done a deal, this can happen. And that's what you're getting them start to circulate. Oh, my days. Just when we thought this market was beautiful, because he'd stopped posting this week. It was really good. He was more focused on the Knicks for a week, which was great. We had a very smooth market. You're up over 2K before his tweet. Yeah, I was up big with my stop in the money. And now, I mean, I'm not down huge. It's tiny, really, but it's annoying when you're green to red because of data going down. All right, do we have another go at this, folks? Back to this same level again. We are holding. Those sellers are remaining trapped now at 290. So technically speaking, all the time we're above 290s, this can lift. Maybe I'll have one more go here. How long to news? 4 minutes. I don't feel good about entering before news. Maybe I'll stick a micro on. Here we go. We're going to go 400s if they get through this node. Washed me out twice for this prick. You prick, DJT. You might cost me my best position in the market today. They're going to move for 400. They're going to fucking do it now. Okay, so what I'm saying is sellers are caught down here. It's in this one here. And here. All right, sellers are caught here. That's why we're starting to absorb versus them. Here comes the move towards 400. All right, if you get acceptance back over 400 and 430s, we are going to start flying. I really want to get long. This is why I wanted to get long in the blue box. This was my plan all day. Like I said to you all day, I want to buy dips. As you can notice, I'm a bit frustrated because Donald's ruined my trade a little bit for me. So we will have another go at this. It would have been nice. All he had to do was not tweet for another hour. We would have got an absolute ripper. So we'll see here. We're back to value area high on the session. So if you are long, here's your TP, right? 400s. Come on, what's going on here? And data issues everywhere now. All right, there's your first TP at 400s. Above 400s, you're looking for this block up here. Above that, we're going to start ripping. I really want to get long here. There's 2 minutes left till news. Hopefully some of you are in this. There's 400s, right? TP1 here, 400s. Your next TP is 460, then 500, and then you're looking for a breakout 550 and 600, and that will be a 350 plus point trade for you if you do get that. You're still in it. Nice work. Nice work. Now I got stopped out. I will get back in. I will get back in. So you can see why we don't short the blue box. The blue box is support. All right. It's a big level from the current week. It's a big RBS level. We went over it pre-market. It was support from Monday twice. It was resistance Tuesday and resistance Wednesday. And we broke through it yesterday and we held it overnight and we swept overnight and we've come back inside. It's very, very bullish level right now if they hold it. If they drop it, we can flip it and we can look for this zone down here for the trade down to there. But at the moment, all the time they're holding it, we want to be bulls in there. Oh, DJT, he's upsetting Alex on a Friday. Right, book's starting to thin out a bit here. Be careful. News coming in 20 seconds, folks. So there was your trade to 400. That's why you have to lock some in at 400. We'll let this news settle. Hopefully we don't do a 200-point ripper up because that will kind of ruin the day for us looking to get long. Let's see if we can hold this blue box. All right, I'm long in this. Fuck it. Only risking that dip that I just put in at 50s. Big buy came in there. Partial out at 400 like we said. All right, let's see if we can get going now. So partial at 400 and we'll see if we can accelerate through. Same levels we were looking for earlier. See if we can find acceptance over this and then we're going to start really flying. And I will start adding if we find acceptance over it. Here we go. TP2 coming up into 450s if you want to take it. SOXL driving up to the 230s. So if SOXL breaks 230s, we really get going today. This is multi-time frame alignment across numerous assets. We look good, so pay yourself some here, and we'll see if we find acceptance. The big buyer came in on that dip, on that candle. Here we go. 450's coming up for your next TP. Alex has gone red to green on the day. Thank goodness. He was up thousands. He's clawing some back here. And we'll see every dip that holds 400 I'm interested in. If we, I'd rather we just broke out back inside Globex value. But if we hold 400, I'm interested in it as well. Especially if ES can go red to green, which it's trying to. It's right at PDC here, so that's going to be important as well. If ES can go red to green, that would really help. They're starting to bid this here. Didn't quite come back to 400 yet. So you can see Globex value area low and 400 key. I would like to rebid this and get some more size on here if possible before we do something silly to the upside. Please don't tweet, DJT. I'm begging you, mate. This is where you tweeted last time. Please don't tweet again. Please, my friend. Just get your hands off your phone. Someone take the phone off him just for the next 30 minutes so we can get our trade, complete the auction. Here we go. Here we go, folks. 450 is now tagged. That's your TP2. If we find acceptance inside of this, we're going to start adding long. Okay, PDC coming up. Make sure you've paid yourself something, please. And we just want dips to 400 to hold or a base back above here. So it's very simple now. We're either going to look for dips to hold 400 for this move, or we're going to look for this move here, and we're going to keep looking for upside, okay? That's what I'm looking for right now, is upside. I'm not focused on downside until we come under this. Made that clear all morning long. So you've hit your first 2 TPs here. Looks good. Let's go, baby. Let's just fucking go. Go, go, go. Shove this thing up. Base over 400. Shove it up in their faces. Let's get ES going red to green. Let's get ES closing red to green here, please. Don't push up and fail. Let's close up inside. Get back above 7,400 on ES would be glorious if we can get through that psychological number. It's very, very close here. Poked up, failed, it's pulling back to its PDC, and we need to see it. It's got another minute and a half left. We would like to see it close up there. It would be very, very strong for the market if we could do this. Come on, baby. Give me high day. Give me high day and then run it. Give me high day and then run it up. It's exactly the same trade as earlier. Nothing's changed. It's just Donald got in the way of us. Let's fucking go. Send it. Send it, send it, send it. Fucking send it. Woo! We got there in the end. All we needed was him to shut his gob. Okay, so we're looking now for 550s, 540s, 550s, and 600. All right, so you've hit TP1, TP2, TP3, and ideally we come up into this, and ideally right the way up into this red box again. But you've paid yourself. You are positioned very, very well because we understood that the market wanted to bid up today. That's why we were only looking for dips today. They just made it extra flipping hard, but we still got it, didn't we, folks? Yes, we did. Yes, 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 because we're not stupid. We don't short into higher time frame demand levels, all right? We don't flip bias because someone just tweets. We play technicals. All the time technicals are holding, we respect those technicals. ES red to green. Right, so really you want that node at sort of 420-ish to hold here. Ideally Globex holds, ideally VWAP holds, ideally PDC holds, but this might need to come down to sort of 420, 415. You want that to be soaked. You do not want it under that, all right? Very simple. Because we poked high day. My bias remains upside, but just be aware if they want to come and test this guy right here. All right, if they want to come and test this, they will. All right, this must hold. This must hold lower time frame now for us to keep in this. If we lose that, I'm not interested in holding the runners for any more upside. ES as well, you want ES to bid PDC. So guess what? ES is going VWAP to VWAP again. So that's that grey box, and we want to see it bid here. All right, we want to see it bid here. We do not want to see it lose the bid here. Very nice. Come on, mother clucker. Can we see some bids walk up here, please? Here they come, they're trying. We would like these guys at 400 to move their orders up on the book, but we look good to build out a bull flag and go higher here. Come on. Ideally, we don't do a little two-leg pullback. Ideally, they just shove this thing up. Come on, guys, at 400s. Can you come up, please, and support the bid? Looks great. Reaction off grey box. Too easy, baby. It's too easy. Let's go. Grey box reaction. Stick with me, folks. Stick with me, folks. Woohoo! All right. It's nice when they don't tweet, we get a really nice technical market that's respecting every level perfectly. All right, your next TP is here, guys, towards 540s. All right, towards 540s. And then we're going to look up towards the 600, 620s. And then we can look for 740s up to 850s if we got very, very lucky today. Well, we're getting going. And SOXL's ripping. Everything's in alignment. Let's boom! Next TP hit. All right, let's keep going. Suck your mum. And you think I'm joking. It's just Mo Gilligan for you American people that are like, what is he doing? And it's a comedy sketch. All right, let's go. Booyah! This is multiple hundreds of points up now. This is well over 200 points up now. This is what we should have done the first time round. Here we go. Okay, coming towards these 600s. There's a cool wall here. You better be paying yourself up into this level if you haven't already. Expect a reaction here. If we don't get reaction here, ideally we don't. We go 640 and then this red block. But you better be paying yourself into this cool wall. If you're not paying yourself, if you haven't paid yourself any money up here, I don't know what you're doing. You are day trading. You need to respect the levels day trading. If we base up here, any base now over 450 is very strong. 420 is technically the level they can come back to. We would like them to hold 500, the whole number, which is now your opening range, right? So if you think about you orb traders, right? You had a failed break below the orb. You had a turnaround, right? We had sellers stuck down here, as noted, down here in these yellow lines. Alex might have been a bit stingy with his stop. There we go. And there's the move upside. We were only focused upside. I made it very clear for you this morning. I'm only looking to buy dips. I even said it for you guys. Just for clarity, I'm only looking to buy dips today. All right, that's why. And you can see now, look at this beautiful break. We're going to run all these stops. And these are some of the targets up here now. And once we get through this, this is our higher time frame target. Now, we might start getting stuck up in that higher time frame target. All right. If we don't get stuck in that higher time frame target, there is a very, very minute possibility that we could go to 30,200 today. I don't think it's probable, but it's possible. Anything's possible in this market. But we're just going to lock some in here and see if we can get to that red box. And we're not going to fight it. You haven't heard me talk about shorting any of this stuff. No, 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 no. We're holding runners to see how high we can get right now. That's the name of the game. Donald Scrooge, yeah, he screwed me as well, mate. I'll tell you what also screwed me is seeing me not being able to cope with that data. Ninja going down, running my stop, making me lose. All right, so you got to think I was up 4 figures and I took a, what, $450 loss or $500 loss or whatever it was, right? Which doesn't seem much like a lot, but it's quite a big swing when you're up thousands. Okay, here you go, next TP, and let's see how high we can go, baby. So right into this cool wall, I would be locking a good chunk of change in here. There is lots of liquidity on the book here at 600 to 650. We are coming to the top side of Globex here. This is the high probability trade. These are the low hanging fruit trades. Anything above this, is not a low-hanging fruit. All right, so anything above this, we've rejected Globex a few times, 650 to, or 640, whatever this is, 640 to 680. If we swipe those stops, then I think we're going to go red box. Let's fucking go. What a fucking trade. What a trade. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry about that, folks. Like, I can't do... I wish I could protect you and stuff like this. It's one of the hardest things. Can't protect you with stuff like this, all right? So it's just... It sucks, doesn't it? All right, you're up 220 odd bucks. We'll see if we can get up here. That'll be a 400... 220 bucks, 220 points. This will be a 400-point trade if we get up into that. But you should be locking in, all right? So TP1, TP2, TP3, TP4, TP5, TP6. You lost 4K. I'm sorry, Willie. I mean, I wish I could do something about that, Willie. It's bullshit. It is bullshit. All right. We were long here, and I was adding into this, and I'd taken a partial, and I'd moved my stop up to here, and it cracked, and everything froze, and I was able to mark it out down here somewhere. It's shit. It's part of the game. I don't know what else to tell you. It sucks, but it's why you have to control your size. You have to control your size, because that was, what, 130 point drop, and my stop was in the money, so I lost 130 points for no reason. All right, you can see there's your call wall being hit. There's the pullback off it. All right, there's your call wall being hit. There's the pullback off it. That's why I said you better be paying yourself something up here. Right, now, if they're willing to bid this anymore, I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-leg. So either they're going to do this, I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-leg and a turnaround again to go some more. That would be quite nice. They're trying to bid POC right now. I wouldn't mind seeing this come back in a bit deeper. Yeah, lots of you guys, sounds like lots of you guys got hurt. Now, I'm really sorry, guys. Like, I wish I could protect you from that. It is one of the dangers of doing this. Other dangers of doing this are things like power cuts. Some of you might have been here long enough to see me September last year. Earthquake, right? Live streaming earthquake in Los Angeles. That was fun. Absolutely shit myself live on stream. You're 1,500 down, and now you're 450 points up. Good work, man. Good work. All right, let's see if they reload here. All right, so we have potential RBS level here now. All right, in here. All right, so do they reload here? That's what we're hoping for. We want to see them reload here, and we can have another go at it. If we come back below this, not interested, this is chop zone. We don't want to see market travel back into there. We want bids above these levels here for continuation trades, okay? We do not want them back below. It's possible that they need a 2-leg pullback here before we go higher, but we'll see. I'm still just holding to see how high we can go right now. This looks good. It's a good reaction there. And there were sellers here at 60s. If we get back above those 60s, then that seller gets trapped. If we reject it, then they're just going to keep reloading sells there. So we'll see what happens here. I'm just going to be patient, trying to give this room to come back down and hold this low volume node down here into 500s ideally. Nice bid on ES off VWAP as well. I think we're going to move higher here, folks. It's just, it might need a little bit of time to cool off before we have another go at it. I think it needs to, like you're saying 520, I think like 500s. I think at 500s. 520s is top side. This node here, 500s is fine for me. Opening range, New York open, anywhere down there. John Dennis, you're such a legend, man, every Friday. I really appreciate it, mate. There's my breakfast for the day when we're done here. Thank you so much. Okay, so ideally, second leg down into 500s, trap sellers, and then we bid up. All right, we lose 500s, done with it, not interested. So ideally looking for a second leg pullback into here, and then see if they want to bid it. Looking for this kind of move here right now, ideally. Sellers, remember, they're at 560s. We get over them, they're going to be very uncomfortable. They're starting to be uncomfortable again. All right, it's a break over 560s. We might just squeeze, maybe no second leg pullback here. We might just squeeze straight up here. Lots of liquidity to fill. All the way up to 625 to 650 right now. I would much rather we pull back first for a second leg, but they doesn't look like they need it. We are just sending it here. Doesn't look like they need it right now. So that call is going to be really important. I'd much rather we come down into this, but if they do this, then we're just going to keep breaking. I'm really interested down here. You can see this node here. This is what we're absorbing. I want a second. Why I want second leg? Because more shorts will come in, and then we can use their pain. But might be that they just don't need them right now. They're just like, send it. Hold my beer and send it. Here we go. It's getting very tight up here. There is liquidity 600 to 650. And remember, over 650, we're going to come red box. It's coming. They're searching for it. I'm runners only. I'm tiny size. I didn't add on that dip. We didn't come quite deep enough for me to warrant an ad. Here we go. 600s. Give me 650s. Give me 650s. Let's fucking go. Here's Globex value area high, so you can pay some into here. And then we're red box, baby. All right, so you're now up 270 points. And we're going to go for a 400-point trade today. We're going to try and get up into here if possible. Let's fucking go. I'm telling you, you got to love this market. This market is not going to be here forever, folks. Make your money while this market's here. At some point, we are going to go into sideways consolidation for ages. That's what we did last year. We basically went fucking nowhere for ages. We were like that, which is my worst nightmare. These markets, I love them. I absolutely love a market which is trapping players and holding key levels. It's so nice to trade. Right, ES broke out through higher days. Well, we'll see if that can close above New York Open. Be very strong. So we're actually interesting. We're seeing weakness in the MAG outside of Google and Nvidia. We're seeing massive strength in the semis. We're seeing, let's have a look. What's bidding up? Hood's bidding up a little bit. UUU, USAR. After we take our stop on UUU. Motherfuckers. I really like the strength today that we're starting to see again in the quantum names. So IREN up 5.63%. IONQ basing above. We held the 55s that we talked about. Really nice. All right, MVTS up almost 7% today. Rigetti up almost 3% today. So seeing some nice strength there. What am I missing here? Love the market, hate your tweets. Yeah, me too, mate. Made it a challenging day. They did. I agree. I absolutely agree with you. It's one of those things. It's shitty, but we work our way through it. Superantroid finally got an entry, but got burned and then it ran away. I'm really sorry, mate. I'm sorry, buddy. I tell you what, I was one more loser away from not being able to take another trade. So those two in a row with a tilt factor, but the third one we scalped and then we got back in again after the news. Thanks so much, Alex. Heading out for the day. Have a lovely weekend. See you next week refreshed. Yeah, have a great weekend, Emma. Tyson trade on deck here, mate. We got 10 minutes away. Let's see where we print, eh? But you know, there's two Tyson trades: IB expansion and IB rotation. Will I be interested in 500 again? I will. I don't think it's coming. I would, but I don't think it's coming. We're now holding 580s. I think this thing's just going to keep going. Honestly, I think it's coming up here. I would love it if we could do this for a while and do one of these. It'd be great, but I'm not convinced right now it's happening. Once this breaks, we're coming up here, I think. What's this high on this? 667. So let me just put a line in here. All right, these are all the Globex stops. Once that breaks, this red line, we're coming up into here. So I don't know if they pull back for us at the moment. Potter, thank you, mate. JL Potter, appreciate it. Nice work. Coming into the daily 20, we've done the mean reversion again. It's crazy, isn't it? When we think about the dailies, the size of the moves, we talked about it yesterday in Discord. All right, that's a 2 standard deviation move in one day. We took 2 days to do it before. To give you an example, right, these trades normally take many sessions. All right, this one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, this was a 3 standard deviation move. This took 2 days. This took 1 day. This is like not normal, folks. This is not normal. The size of these plays in terms of points and deviation. All right, lower bowl, bid. Here, like I said, here is decision time for the market. If you were here for pre-market, we talked about it. Why? Just think about this. All right, just think about this. If we're a weekly trader, all right, what was the high on Monday? Here. What was the open on Tuesday? Here. Where did we not be able to close through yesterday? Here. Right? It's a big level. What is that level also? It's probably a fib as well as everything else. Oh, from all-time high to our swing low, it's a 50% fib. No way. No way. Confluence there. So we're going to make a decision. Now, if we're thinking about, if I was a market maker and I wanted to build lots of balls into this, right, let's just hear me out. And my intention is to break down here. What am I going to do? I'm going to allow them to bid through the 50 and think that they're getting a breakout up into these levels. And then I'm going to slam that door on them real hard. That's what I would do if I was a market maker, if I wanted to move lower. Now, if I didn't want to move lower and my intention was to move higher, what am I going to do? I'm going to hold this pullback and rotate higher. All right, here's 500s. Go back to the charts here. And let's see if they hold this now. So they've got to hold this level. And if I see sellers get trapped here, I'm going to rebid. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take this off. It's kind of wild when you're giving like 100-point room on a runner. They're trying to rebid this. I don't think it's ready yet. I don't see sellers caught with the lows yet. No, there was a buyer down there at the bid at the bottom of that. Footprint. There's a little imbalance to 75. I'm tempted to take this off here and then re-add back in. New York Open holding, value area high holding. We're still trading inside of Globex rotation. Bids coming back in here. Still don't like the low they've put in here, so I think we might move lower first. Trying to be so patient. There are some imbalances here to fill. Here come the bids again. Still don't like the low that we've put in. Here come the bids again. And again, they're rebidding. And again, they're rebidding. All right, I'm back in. As in added back in. There we go. See that rebid and we go. All right. Now, I don't want it to come under the low we've just put in. I don't like the low on that pullback, but I'm back. Timed that well. Just saw them rebid. That's really nice. All right, so let's see now. We've got to get back over these 50s because that's where buy side's got a little bit trapped. Big sellers came in at 62s, so if we can get over 62s and back over 78s, it would be great. And I'd want us to hold 25s now. In fact, I'm going to move my stop up to 25 for the whole thing. It's tight, but I think if we lose 25s, we make a new low. As in, not on the day, as in on this leg. So there's a little low volume that node there at 25s. You don't have it on your screen, but I do on Ninja, and I'm trying to protect it. And it's also the high of that 1 minute wick where we pushed up, pulled back, and then broke out over it. So I want that 25 protected here. Out. All right, fully out of this position now. Now, it might be an Alex trade here, but that's me done. That's me done. Right, so I'm fully out. Close that all together then. Added back in and took it off. It can still hold, like it can still hold this level. My thing is, I'm not sure there's enough selling caught down here. So it's possible that they do this. So I tried to play for the ad. I saw like the wiggle here, got the ad, we accelerated up. I wanted them to hold here because there's a little low volume node in here on Ninja Trader, which is right at 25. It's tiny. It's from 34 to 25. We didn't hold that, which is why I cut it. It's also the top of this candle, right? They might still do it. It might be the Alex trade and we can all have a good giggle, but I don't like the low in here. I don't think it's that good. Can someone tell me where my flow zones have disappeared to? What the fuck is going on today with the data? Look at that. They've gone. All right, let's reload this. Fucking hell, mate. No. It's not the flow zones, it's the data, mate. Look, see? It's not the script. It's whoever's coding these things right now over at TradingView. Like, see, they're there. They don't stop running all of them magically. Yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you now, when you guys are like rhythmic shit or Tradeify shit or this is shit, you have to understand they are putting through probably more orders in the biggest ATR we've ever seen in the history of the market, bar the COVID crash that day. Right, so they're probably really struggling to get all the orders through, and then that's crashing the sites and slowing everything down. That's all it is. We're in an unusual times. What do the flow zones do? They're momentum. They're momentum, rolling fib momentum based. All right, so we go back to buy side here. All right, I don't trade them when we're in a range. I try and ignore this because I respect levels first. There's your momentum cloud. We're still holding this momentum cloud right now. Deep pullback would be down here somewhere if they want to do that. My bias remains upside. I don't think we're going downside. It's just if we can build out here for a while, it's going to make it better. Way more better if they can build out here for a while. They're trying. I would say ES New York Open is key. You get over that, like you're holding 5 minute bars, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes of sideways action on ES. If it can sort of hold this and build it out for that inverted head and shoulder and break out, it'd be really good. But like I said, I'm done with it now for a minute. We're just waiting to see what they do. Because like I said, I don't think the low here is that good. And they might need to come back down and repair it a little bit and trap some more sellers down there before they do anything else. Maybe they don't, and they just keep doing this move here, back and forward, back and forward. So I'm watching ES. If ES breaks that New York Open and holds the print, then probably get that upside shove. C1 on SOXL, what, 250s? Yeah, it's possible, mate. We're holding the print at 230s now, aren't we? So we're doing the RBS move. We're holding 230s. You know, C4 is 240, C7 is 245. But yeah, Cool Wall 1 is at 250s. We can't ignore it. It is up there. It doesn't mean it gets there, though. But it is there. Here come the bulls. They're trying to step on this gas. It's all about ES here. If it can break the New York Open, here come the bulls. They are shoving it. They are trying to get you that shove. And I would say it's this node up to 80 becomes key now. Over that, you're going to see a new high of day. So the node's up to 80 right now. That matters. I'm not in it. Maybe I should have just bid there again. I don't know. Wouldn't mind a second leg and then go. Could I show my Bookmap full screen for 5 seconds? What are you going to do with 5 seconds of Bookmap? I can do it if you want. I'm just interested in what you're going to do on 5 seconds. There you go. There you go. Sorry. Look how slow, see, the data is. We do have some sellers caught down here into 500, but we're not able to break back above here. And this is a key level from the breakdown. If we zoom along, look how sluggish it is. It never used to be like this. All right, this is your key level right now. Here, right? Buyers have got to get back above this, where the sellers got aggressive. You get back above that, you get a new high of day. Right, this orange box. It's where buyers are trying to get a price back above. You can see the pivot here, right? Sold, bounced, sold through, all the buyers stop out. Sellers at the lows getting absorbed. We can still break lower like we talked about. Buyers now cannot get price over this, and that's what's key. They need to get price over that for a new high of day. All right. Bookmap isn't on a time frame, it's on ticks. Hard to believe, but the IB was 397 points. That's what I'm saying. The size in the market right now is massive. These are massive moves. So the one thing with futures, like the way the candles work, if you're on like time frame charts, you won't realize the size of the move. So you're better off putting on an ATR on, so you can have something at the bottom of your screen which is showing you the size of the moves. Just so you remember, like, oh, these 1 minute candles are 80 points. My 10-point stop won't work today, right? Did I watch the World Cup? Yeah, I watched the Mexico game. Thought the reffing was terrible. Thought the reffing was absolutely fucking terrible. And I don't support either team, but that was atrocious. Some of the challengers going in that needed yellow cards didn't get them, and some of the red cards weren't red cards. I've never seen anything like it. And do you know what made it worse? Is that last red card, which was never in a million years a red card. It was a yellow. It wasn't a red. Went upstairs and VAR left it. Oh, great. And yeah, 3 players sent off. That's their tournament over then. 3 players sent off. First World Cup game. That's their tournament over. Sorry, what? Fucking crazy, man. All right, New York Open still holding. Another seller just came in. Let's get you some of these guys. Another seller just came in right here, who's a little bit caught right now. And we have another seller who's in the money, who's like over here. And these are the big lots. I think this seller might get caught here. So this is the level that they got to break above, which we keep rejecting this, because where this big seller is, he keeps reselling. Once he's done, we're going to pop. We're starting to look a bit more bullish here on a hold. Starting to look a little bit more bullish here on a hold. Here they go. Here they go. They try him. And if they break above this seller's pain point here, you're going to see a new high day, I would imagine, or at least a retest of that cool wall, right? I might look to play this again here now because they've trapped that seller down here now. That's the key. He's now trapped. Now, if we can hold a print here now above 60s or 57s, I'm going to buy it. Buying high to go higher. We've got to hold a print above 60s. It would be small size because we're buying high to go higher. Fuck, come back and get me, please. Don't run away. Don't run away. All right, come back a bit more. I want to see you hold 60s here. I'm in. Eye is long here. Tight stop. Don't want it back under. I'm going to give it a little room. Small size. I'll give it to 30s. I'm micro, so I can afford to give it a bit of room there. Into this shelf, the bottom of this shelf, right? I'm trying to use volume to protect it. Nice. Okay, please lift now. Don't come under this shelf. Don't do the Alex trade. Don't come under the shelf. Protect the shelf. We want to protect 30s here. Good. Woohoo! Right, go. You've done the wiggle now. Go. Let's go upside, please. Upside, please. Come on. You've done the wiggle. We don't need to come down. You've done the wiggle. You just trap them again. No. Do not come back to 30s. Fuck off. Go upside. You've done the trap already. They're already stuck. No reason to come down. News. No, I don't think it's news, folks. I think this is the trap players on the tape. My stop's at 30s, which will be what? How much am I giving back there? Basically 70s, well, I'm at 70, 60, 50, 30 points, which is what, $60 here. Small size, because we're buying high to go higher. Once we base above everything, I can add back in. You're going to come and take me, aren't you? You prick. Yep. Thanks very much. Don't you dare. This better go lower now. If they've just run me under the shelf, if they've just run me under that shelf to the fucking tick, I'm done. I'm done. You fucking assholes. Are you kidding me? 1 point. Are you kidding me? I even gave it room under the shelf. Go lower now. Don't piss me off. Don't move higher after taking my stop. God damn it. By the way, I'm saying lower because I'm pissed off it's taking my stop, not because I think it needs to move lower. You've got shorts trap now. Like this should move higher now. It's just that cool wall. Once you get through that cool wall, we got real squeeze potential. That's all this is now. It's just the options traders taking profits up here. I can't have another go at it now, folks. That's me. I've unloaded my bullets into this. My bias remains higher. There's no reason to think we're moving lower right now. So my thought process is any move is just a move down to be absorbed to move higher, because you've got shorts trapped here. We're protecting the New York Open. We're over PDC. We're over both VWAPs. I wanted them to protect this shelf. They washed me out by 1 point because they're assholes. ES now, if ES base is above that New York Open, we can look at where we could go. So we hit Globex. If we hold a print above 23s, all right, if we get a close above 23s and pullbacks hold 20s or 19s, then you're looking for 35s on ES. They see my stop. They don't, but it's just funny at the moment how many times I'm getting taken, but it's okay. Part of the game, man. It's part of the game. I already fed the line. Now don't go back into the cage to prove you can pet it again. Yeah, it's a good one. That's a good one. I'm like I said, I'm done. I'm probably out of bullets for the day. but we'll see. We had a really nice trade. I mean, let's not forget, we had a really killer trade here, and I tried to add into it as well. Where's my long position gone? It's deleted it. There we go. And this was pretty good. That was probably my best cover because I stopped out here, didn't I? On the ad. So my best cover was probably this right here. Didn't quite get the Globex. 230. Is this where we got long, or is it down here? Where was the newsprint? Yeah, it was here. Pretty good. All right, back down inside the come. Okay, so the rotation now, if they're going to be nasty, go away. They're going to be nasty and rotate value. I still think they want to do this, right? But if they're going to be nasty and start to rotate value, they can come back down into this, and if they lose this, back down to here again. This can happen. It's possible. It's not probable. My feeling is they will hold these prints. They will try and use these low volume nodes to rip back upside, unless you get news hit the market. That will change everything. But I think this in here, you see how we have high volume. I think buyers will try and trap shorts in here to go upside. That's my bias right now. Yes, holding the print as well. Yeah, I think that's what it wants to do. It wants to try and move up. They just might need to build out more liquidity for a while. $466 is age low. Yeah, it's right here. It's white line, and it's also PDC. Right, it's right here. White line, PDC. It's more about these RBS zones, right? If we think about structurally, rejection, support, all right? Are they willing to hold somewhere in here? That's the question you have to ask, right? If you see sellers coming in here and not getting their way, and we start doing this, then you've built out liquidity for this move. If they can't hold that, all right, and they start rejecting value and rejecting open and getting under this, then the rotation takes place again, right? It's a question. Like, every time we look at the market, it's a question. What are they willing to do in these areas? What happens in these areas? Can we make a decision in this area about what happens next? That's the question you're asking. Big sellers coming in here, and there is liquidity down here. So they will make a decision down here into this grey box. If they lose the grey box, we can come right back down here. It's possible. It's very possible. It's a big drop. Like I said, I'm done. Money's been made. ES is doing the Tyson trade. Oh, it is. Yeah, it just did IB high to both VWAPs. You're back to PDC here on ES. You are right. Have we IPO'd yet? SpaceX to start at 172. Nice. Tell my buddies who are all who belong. Let's see. What's the SpaceX ticker? What if they put it as SPCX or? Yeah, SPCX. Is it open? Still not open yet. So original listing price was supposed to be 135. They're saying it's now going to list at 172. Just wanted to say thank you for guiding us through hands down the best week of my trading in my 6 years at this. Salute you. Thank you, ma'am. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, here you go. So this is going to be important now. How they act around here. This grey box is an over under. This Globex is PDC. My bias is upside, but if they come up here and you start to see rejections, then we can leave all this volume here trapped, and they can go into a rotational day again, maybe before SpaceX. I don't know, folks. I don't know what they want to do, but my bias has been upside for the lift. But we did hit all the key targets. We're not going to keep bidding and bidding and bidding and bidding and bidding for the sake of it, right? We just play what's in front of us and don't play what's not in front of us. And it's going to make its decision point here. I would say if the market reclaims this, then it can be bullish. If we keep rejecting this, then a rotation back down to here is possible, which is what you're currently starting to see, how quickly they shifted that. That call wall was very big, clearly. How many of you are long SpaceX? How many of you like listed? They moved it down. It's so funny. You need 200 grand to buy SpaceX. We move it down to 20 grand. Oh, we moved it down to 2 grand. Oh, we have no allocation. Now we have 30% allocation. And then this morning I read there was only 20% allocation. You're short as fuck, SpaceX. Yeah, but you're not short yet, are you? Because it's not open. But lots of people are long before the open. They allowed some to be long before the open. That's what I'm saying. How many of you are actually long? Because you're definitely not short, because it's impossible. You can't borrow shares yet until it's open. It's going to be a full rug pull. It might well be. It might well be. Normally we have 3 months of price discovery. We talked about it yesterday. Normally 3 months of price discovery before we make a decision. Okay, right back to where we were this morning. There is a lot of very big sellers coming in down here now saying they're very angry, trying to move price under 380 here. They just absolutely sold the hell out of 400 and under. And this is back down to value area low. For the session, for me, value area low is 65 on NinjaTrader. Look, why are we getting glitches again? It's a little bit worrying here, the amount of weird stuff going on. Okay, so I would say we can move this guy. We have a new big lot who's come in here. Okay. He's actually in this. Yeah. Actually, big boy seller. We're testing him at the moment. We're saying, hey, mate, you want to go lower or not? He's saying, yeah. I'll resell this for a bit. The amount of glitches today makes me want to call it. Don't blame you, mate. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like trading's hard enough as it is. When you keep seeing flashing on screen and pauses and data going down, and I mean, I do not blame you. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Remember, our main job is to protect our capital. We've had a monster trade up, all right, and now we're just flat and waiting. That's our main job. It's a Friday. If you've made money on a Friday, it's great, isn't it? We're going to the weekend happy. We've had an all green week. We can't moan about that. It's fantastic. The big buy from the 10 a.m. news. Yeah, I mean, I'd say the bigger buy down there was actually before 10 a.m., 300. All right, but yeah, we're testing that big buy from the 10 a.m. news. We left a little imbalance there, 46s, right, which is what we've just come down to, which is where he is. 346s is his price, or 350s, somewhere around that. 349.25. Alex, you're a homie, man. You should feel proud of all the teaching, mate. I am, man. I am proud. I'm very proud of a lot of the students right now. Seeing more and more payouts in the room. Seeing more of them trade without me in Globex sessions. Trading really well. Your NT glitched, got an awful feel and did not respect my stop loss. Lost $400. Well, that's what I had earlier. I haven't had it since. I just had it on that Trump news. I had it here. So we were... Where was it? Was it this one? I forget. Yeah. We were long and I was adding and I was adding, and I think I got one partial, and I moved my stop up, and the whole thing froze. And I got out here. I just had to mark it out because my stop was up here, and it did nothing with it because it froze. Okay, so they're trying to bid this back to that grey box. This is going to be decision point for the market, like we talked about. So they're holding value area low on the session. I don't know why this is doing it where it is, but on NinjaTrader, this is value area low right now. I can show you. Right now, we are bidding. Oh, this has changed. It just flipped. Literally as I dragged it. Hilarious. Value's been moved down now into the blue box. It just flipped. Okay, grey box for decisions. They will make decisions here. I would say that seller right now is caught offside. And if they get through the grey box, they will try and get to 500, 516s. Buyers will want to bid here to keep this seller stuck. If they can't keep this seller stuck, which is where we're coming now, then we're going to make fresh lows. So that's the battle right now. That's the decision. They're trying to keep the seller stuck. They're not doing a very good job. And there's liquidity down at 325 for them to fill. So market's gone into range. We've gone in internal range now. Less interested for me in this market in general all the time we do this. And if you just look at the hourly chart, look at what we did last night, look at what we're doing now, we're just testing extremes. I want to see what time they're anticipating SpaceX open. They're not open at 9:30, you lying piece of shit. What time does it open at? No one knows. Okay, there's the shove back up. I'm going to assume SpaceX just opened or something. Maybe that's it. Okay, let's see if they... This is where we need to hold. Remember, my bias remains upside. We're in range. Let's see if they do this move now. I'm going to assume SpaceX just opened. Let me just see. No, still no data. I can't see data yet. Something happened there. Like we said, we're long bias, but we're in internal range now. If they hold this print here, this is the move. All right, so this can be the move now. Absolutely. Protecting this, any protection of this where buyers now step in. We've left this seller. Look, this guy's key. He's trapped. All right, and we can go back upside again. If you want to continue to be a buyer today, this is what you're looking for. What it's starting to do looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Big seller up here. We need a pullback. We don't want this to just accelerate away. I'm enjoying the market today. Mate, I've enjoyed the market for the last 2 weeks. This has been very good. Very, very good market. Breaking. Iran's foreign minister, the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding has never been closer. Pending its finalization, the media should refrain from entering speculation about its content in line with responsible and transparency approach. All details will be shared with the public. Okay, so it sounds like the deal's back on. Deals off, deals on, deals off. New high day coming here, folks. They're going to absolutely send this fucking thing now. Up here is where they want. So cool wall is your level through there, up here. I will look at any pullback where we can build out some liquidity. They can hold 50s, but I'd much rather see us come back down towards the 500s again, like we were looking at earlier. Whether they give it to me or not is another thing. All right, so we want to get long for this push back up. I'm not looking for shorts. I haven't been looking for shorts all day, really. Here we go. Here's hard day coming. Cool wall, base over cool wall and go. Yeah, all right, chasing long, small size for high day break. Here we go, high day break, paying some here, and we'll see if we can get right up through the Globex high. We're looking for 673s and a break of that for a squeeze out. So I've paid myself some here. I just had to take it off that cool wall. And we'll see. Paying higher to go higher, paying high to go higher, just playing what's in front of us. Shorts are trapped. Paid some here. this is the target really, this red line. Once we get that red line, we can get into red box. And I will re-add on any dip, either at 540 to 500, right? If they hold 540 to 500, I'll re-add on the dip. Lower, please. They're absorbing here already. Okay, I put a little piece more on here. Playing with micros because the range is massive. Your ATR is massive. You do not need minis in this market. If you're using minis in market, you're going to get clapped. Right, ES breaking above IB and above New York Open. So I want to see that absorb New York Open, which we're starting to see. Adding a little bit more in here for the squeeze out. Risking 500s here. Here we go. Can we get that red line above us to break and then get a rip right up to 750s? Here we go, folks. Come on, get through Globex and go and fucking shove that red line and send it in these bears' faces up to 750, please. Get up, 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 get up. So much liquidity up to 700s. Come on, bulls, complete the move. We know where you want to go. Stop fanning about. All the time, this is over 500. 460 to 500, this is bullish. All the time we're over 460 to 500, this is bullish. But 500 really, we would want to hold. Ideally, we hold 550s. I said I was done, but that move was so aggressive. I'm convinced I've been right all day, and that red box is the target. Let's see. Can you come back a little bit lower, and I'll add again for another pop hack. So I'm just selling each pop and buying each dip back down. And then eventually we're going to break out, and then we're going to get the runners to go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Send it. Nice. ES held really well. Come on, just send it. Just get through that red line and send it. Exactly. Get out my way. Get out my way. You hear me say it all the time. Get out my flipping way. We're getting tight up here. I don't even mind them doing a dunk to 550, trapping more sellers and then ripping it straight back up. That would be great. Lots of selling on the book here. Come on. Let's send it, send it, send it, send it. So what I'm looking for is a 673, or we just call it 675 partial, and then up into the red box for the runners. I don't mind if they do this or even this. That's fine with me. No shorts here, guys. Do not take shorts here. You haven't heard me talk about shorts all day. Here we go. Big buyers stepping in here. They're going to send it. They are trying to absolutely send this. Very aggressive here. They are getting very, very aggressive here for the push. Stops are about to be run from the sellers, I think, if they can hold this. I'm not buying up here. I want to buy the dips, but they are getting very aggressive here, these big players trying to get up to 700. ES is looking for 755. SOXL, new high of day. That's looking for 240 and then 250. I can't put any more size on unless they set a trap. So I've just got to sit in my core position here unless they set a trap and come down. Everything's being absorbed there to go higher. Here we go. It's coming, folks. It's coming. They're going to absolutely launch this in a minute. Please set a trap before you launch it. I would love some more size on before you do this move. Come on, come down, trap them, trap them, trap them first. They're not going to, they're just going to squeeze. All I'm going to have is tiny size. Oh, I might get lucky. Come on, trap them, come down. Come down. Come down and trap them first. I would be very happy with that. Nope. Up. Here we go. All right, so red line break, red box. Okay, so we're long in this. Small size because we're buying high to go higher right now, but we're playing the momentum in the chart and everyone who's caught. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I might even add on a break. That's how confident I am. We'll see. I have to watch the order flow as we get there. We're almost there, folks. Red line. So you can pay yourself into here. If we break this hard, I'm going to add and then play for the squeeze up to 750, I think. I know it's very aggressive, but that's what the market's telling me to do. It's saying, be aggressive. We're going to fuck them. We're going to hurt them. Right, here's red line. You can pay yourself into this red line. Once this breaks, I'm looking for that red box. There is a ton of liquidity up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're at red line. Don't be a dick for a tick here. All right, do not be a dick for a tick up here. It's a nice trade, even from long from these. Look, you're up another 100 points again. Oh, don't move it. I need that. Come on, break the red line. Break the red line. So close. Come on. They can reset this to 550s if they want. I'm just telling you now. That would be an amazing trap. I will be buying that if they do that. Come on. Send it. You can do it. Come on. It's so fucking close to going. I am the king of the castle. Yes, you mash. You like my wife. Her name is NQ. Yes, you mash. Break red line. Give me big boner candle. Big moon candle, please. I don't want this back under IB. Because if we come under that buyer at 25s, we can come and test 600, 580, 550. So I might cut under IB and then re-add back in. Here we go on these. If we come under this big player, there's a big buyer at 25. If we come under him, I'll probably cut and then re-add back in on the cycle. So they might need to come down, trap, and then send it again. Okay, let's watch this now. Move lower now then, because I'll get a cheap price here if you do. Come down. Come down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Lower the better. So I'm going to watch 600, 80s, and 550s here. So I'm flat at the moment. I'm going to re-add back in once we start to absorb one of these levels. A little bit lower would be good. There's the first reaction. Can you come a bit lower for me and wash these buys out and then bid up? That was it. 600 was it. Watch IB here. If we get back over IB, I'll add back in. Fuck me. I wanted to come to 550s. Can you give me a cheap buy here, down here, please? RBS zone. There's another tweet, is there? Really? You guys are making me not want to trade, saying all this. I don't think that affects anything. Looks okay. Oh, okay. 600 got bid there. There's a little sell side imbalance here at 38. So I want to get back into this if they can prove strength. Otherwise, a two-leg pullback would be great. Here's the strength coming. Right, this is the imbalance at 38's value area high. So they're reselling that for now. Maybe we might get lucky and get a 550 bid. we might get lucky and get a 550 bid here. If they reject this. Man, this is a tough buy up here. This is a very tough buy up here. Here it goes. All right, if they hold IB now, I'll rebid. We didn't quite get 550s. We got the 6s. Don't go too far. Don't go too far. Please. There's the H1 take. If you're long in this, that's your partial there. I'm going to bid this pullback, hopefully. I'm long now. Here we go. We see if we get a break now. Fucking asshole. Up to the red box, ideally now. Break the red line up to red box. Again, very small size here. Watching value area high here at 40 and the IB high. Bidding these at the moment. Do not want it back up below IB. I'll just take it off. There's the IB. Bid again there for a little bit. Can we see expansion now, please? All right, reducing size there. It's another reaction. I'm bidding off IB at the moment. Under IB, we cut. We then relook at it at 550 again. Back to IB again. Still holding IB for now. Don't want this under IB now. We cut under IB and then we look at another position. We don't hold under IB. Still holding it right now. They're absorbing. They are trying to get these fills to 700 to break out here. That's what they're desperate to try and do, which is what we're trying to see. We're trying to see that red line go and then take us up to 700, which is the start of the red box. And that's where I'm trying to sell some once we get up there. Come on, it's a good IB hold. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Get out the fucking way. Let me get 700 fills. Get out my way. I want to be careful here. We are buying very high on momentum here. Come on, complete the fucking auction, please. Please complete the auction. Get going. Hurry up. I'm getting impatient. This is my last attempt at this today, I think. Come on. Through the red line, go 700s. Come on. If we can get up to 700, it'd be another 70-odd point trade. Yeah, it'd be 70 points if we can get up there. It'd be not bad. Why are you talking about an afternoon dump? There's no reason right now to be thinking about an afternoon dump. There's nothing structurally wise. There's no reason to be thinking about that right now. Stop talking about something like that. You can talk about that if and when it sets up, but trying to preempt it based on what? Have you looked at the H1? If we break up out above this right now and pull back, it's a giant W on the H1 that they can hold. We will have new resistance, which is basically here, potentially become support. We can do this for the rest of the day now. If we can break out through here, this can become support mechanism. So thinking about this having to happen is a little bit early, right? I don't know what time SpaceX starts. There's no one knows. No one knows when they've finished doing their job at the exchange properly. We're getting tight up here. If they don't get the break soon, that they're going to come down and revisit 600 and 550. So I really need to see this red line just get popped and run. Still in it, off the IB. The longer we're here without doing it, the more I'm getting annoyed. Here we come. Can we do it, please? It's not that much liquidity up here. It's like 100 lots. Come on, buyers. You are being pathetic right now. Complete the auction so Alex can get out and be comfortable. now. Yeah, Bookmap is getting jangly here. One of you just said it froze. It's very, it's struggling. Okay, here we go. Go. Don't want to see another failure up here. Go and fill these fucking orders, for goodness sake. Boner candle, please. Go. Here we go. Now send it. Send it and I can get a partial out. Send it. Fill these orders to 700. Please stop fucking about. Send it through 700. Please stop fucking about, market. You're really starting to piss me off. Complete the auction, please. Complete the auction, please. I'm looking to sell anywhere up here. Just want this break of the red box because we can get a squeeze through. Break of the red line to get the squeeze up. And I'm going to sell partial into that. Really? By a tick? Really? Come on. Don't be ridiculous here. Come on. That's ridiculous. I'm still holding. I'm expecting a bigger move than that. I'm not looking for, what's that, like 5 points or something. Come on. We're running out of room and time though. Oh, you assholes. Is that it? That might be it. If we don't print above 70s now, I'm going to cut. We've got to get back above 70s this candle or I'm cutting. Out. Out. It's going to be the Alex trade. You just know it, but I gave it a chance there. You just know this is going to be the Alex trade because they're pissing me off. There is a stop run here, which should get you a big candle into here. And I don't know how far up it will go. It should come here, but they are starting to annoy me. So I took it off because I'm impatient. They should complete this move higher. Fanning about up here, but you can see there's no acceptance above 70s, 65, 70s. I would call it 70s. They got to get back above 70s. That's the problem right now. They had the chance to do it. They just built there for ages. If they don't do it, they can reset down here, which is why I've cut. Right, they can come right back down into this zone and then do the same thing. All right, they can do this and then try and do this again later. Right, while this acts like a fool, I'm going to use the bathroom and be back. What do you know? The Alex trade is coming. You just know it. You know it. You know it. Oh, you mother cluckers. Well, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Okay, pay yourself some here. Now, your next target, all right, your next target is right where you are now, 711, like the store. All right, 711, 712 break gets you up to current week value area high, which is basically 744. You can call it 750. Through 750, you're looking at 850s. All right, so just make sure you've paid yourself. You just know it. It fucking loves to do that to me. It's like, this guy reads the market too well. Let's just like make sure he doesn't get his way all the time. We can't have him making too much money. We can't have the people on his stream for free making too much money. Let's just piss them off first. But yeah, you had a double reason to get long there. You had the Alex trade and the bathroom break. Double reason that this just goes nothing but upside now. Nice work, folks. So partial here, and you just got to see how far you can get. Now, the reason There's a reason now. All right, you have to understand why. What did I tell you this morning? We're long to the red box, right? We're long up to the red box, and then we're partial up here. All right, the H1 dictated this move today. Right, nothing's changed. I haven't changed any levels from pre-market. Right, what were we looking for? This. Remember, resistance became support, became resistance, became resistance. We broke through it. It became support. It became support. Right. Alex said to you this morning, I want to be a dip buyer here. Right. For this move to here. Okay. This is current week value area high. What did you have on the H1 overnight? You had range built, but you held the dip. Range built. We swept. Trap sellers held the dip. The sellers in here, some of you were those sellers saying, this thing's going to go lower. No, it's not. All right? No, it's not. It's protecting value. Very simple. Even if you didn't look left far enough. Resistance becomes support. Okay, there you go. There's your blue box. Okay, bid up, sell some. We'll see. If you run this stop, you get up here. I don't think that happens today. But you never fucking know, right, in this market. And like I said to you guys, planning on the short, all right, we can now, if we break out high enough, can create a new structure here to go higher. Okay, so understanding higher time frame. What do I say to you guys every day? H1 is God mode. All right, H1, God mode. This, for day trading, will tell you what the market is trying to do. We respect it. We do not fight H1. We do not fight God. We are good disciples to the Lord. The Lord is NQ. We're good disciples. Market structure tells us, hey, buy down here, we're going to go long. We buy down there, we go long. The market says sell up here, we're going to go short. We sell up there, we're going to go short. You do the opposite, you get burnt. You go crying to mama and papa at night. All right? Really, it is quite genuinely, when the market's being kind, it is that simple. Okay, so you should be partial out. You do not buy this market now, okay? You had all the time in the world to buy the market. We are going to see how high we're going to get. So I would say my targets would be 740s because that's current week value area high, and then 850s, all right? So I'll mark it out for you. 740s, which is current week value area high, which is like right here, all right? This is a target. We'll do it blue because you know it's value then, right? And then 850s. We can just move this up a bit. Can we make this fatter? How can I do that on the H1? Give me a second, folks. I might have to redraw it. Give me a sec. All right, so these are the levels. Blue line and top of the box. Okay, we're starting to get extended. Now, why are we doing this? Why are we seeing this? All right, I'll tell you why. Because shorts are guessing tops. That's exactly why you're seeing this pattern on the chart. Because shorts are like, okay, I'm short here. Oh, fuck. I'm short again. Oh, fuck. I'm guessing tops. I'm guessing tops. I'm guessing tops. And they're going to get blown out and we're going to hit targets. We already hit one target. What happened when we hit that target? Blowout, pullback, held it. All right, that's the next target. That's the next target. Do not get long when you see this, all right? You need to get long before it, all right? Or on a key structure like IB. If you get long here, you're liable to get washed out before they do the move, all right? So you're holding runners now. You do not add into a long position up here. You just see how far this goes. And I really do not want to hear anyone in chat saying, I didn't know what to do or when to do it. I literally couldn't have been more clear today. I mean, this week has been... How many of you are having record-breaking weeks this week? I reckon a few of you. It's already above 30k on yours because you've probably rolled over to the new contract before the volume. Yeah, look, lots of you having big weeks. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Market predictable and clean. I would agree with you. Other than the Trump tweet, we've been really good. The Trump tweet today. Last week for you. Last week was another great week as well. Record day for you today. The Carol, 2.5 grand. Nice work. Okay, so ES coming into 55s, right? Remember, that's the cool wall. That is the cool wall. I will tell you, SOXL hit cool wall 5, 240. We did talk about that. It is also a bit of a zone in general from going right back to last Friday and last Thursday. So we might pull back off this. Like I said, this structure here is always liable to be washed out, this structure here. So you do not want to be bidding in this structure here. You just want to see how far you can get. Do not rebid in this structure. It's liable to get washed out. If you had a big buyer and then a big seller come in at the same level, maybe a min after each other, would you say they cancel each other out and it's a leave alone zone? Oh, like the one we saw at 680, you mean? Like what we saw at 680. It just, all that says to me is how important that level was, right? So this red line, right? So you had, once we broke, what minute is it? 11:15. Okay. This candle had a big buyer in. This candle, big buyer, and this candle, big seller. So how would I read that? The big buyer was a stop out probably, or a breakout buyer. The big seller tried to get price back down. What happened at that big level? No. Who's in the money? The buyer's in the money, the seller's out the money. Up we go. It just becomes, it just validates this red line even more for me. If you're wondering what this gentleman's talking about, it is these guys here, right? So it's anecdoting the value area high for the day. We had 120 lot buyer coming in, 120 lot seller coming in, but the delta was positive and we continue to search upside, don't we? All this does is validate that level for me. It doesn't become a no touch level. It becomes an over under level. This is me saying, price holds this, we're going upside. Because if you think about who's caught today, all right, who's caught in today's session? Are any buyers underwater? No. What do we have at the low in the blue box? Sellers. What do we have on the second attempt? Sellers. Did we mark these out on the charts? Yep. All right, so everyone buy side is in the money. Everyone sell side is out the money. You're coming up to this blue line, all right? Don't be a dick for a tick. Take some money out of this blue line. It is value area high for the week, all right? This is an extreme level for the week. It doesn't mean we can't go higher, but on this week structure, here's our node that we built out from Sunday, Monday, that we broke away from on Tuesday. We held a higher low on Wednesday. We held another higher low on Thursday. There's your W. There's the breakout to revisit this structure. This is why yesterday we were long to get to 300. Now, if you were in Discord, you would have heard me say once we broke over that, I said, well, we've changed thesis, because yesterday, if we'd failed this, we'd be looking for that trade back down. But once we broke out, we are now long bias, right? Current week value area high, partial, next target is here, and then maybe all the way up to 30,200 today. It would be insane, but you can see liquidity being built. The guy that was talking about short later in the day, well, if we hold this, you're going to be the wrong side of it, my friend. Okay, next target is now taken, lower time frame. Congratulations. And blue line taken. And you just want to see if you can get top of the red box. All right, top of the red box, my friends. Was that deep chart? No, it was Spectra Pro. My indicator. You can buy it on my website right now, and it's for NinjaTrader. Okay, so you can see the stop run above this. So you should be down to tiny size, 10-20% left only now. All right, now even if you bought this dip on the IB and didn't stop out, Alex should have left his stop there. He's a fucking clown. All right, even if you bought that, you are up over another 110, 120 points now. Now, I'll tell you, there is a little imbalance to fill up towards 780s. All right, so 780s does have an old imbalance up there. It might want to come and tap. Alex, is a good time to tell you that you moved the red box by mistake. I didn't move it by mistake, my friend. I moved it on purpose. I redrew it out. So my red box, I redrew out the whole thing for you here to include this wick. So we could move this up to like here, I guess, if you wanted. But we just pulled it up to include this wick. All right, up here where we saw the rejection pattern from before. And then the next one after that is this gray box. We can move this down a tiny bit into here. All right. Thanks, Alex. 1 a.m. in my part in Australia. Going to bed. Since learning from you, pal, I'm consistently green. I appreciate your guidance and teaching. Looking forward to purchasing from you next week. Hey, congratulations, Stephen. Congratulations. And have a good week down under, mate. Is it your winter now? It is, right? It's your winter down there now. Have a good week. Do I see a resistance zone on H1? Yes, from 740 basically up to basically where we are now is a supply zone. Now, you could argue we could do it like this, right? We could do this. All right, but anywhere up here is basically supply. Right? It doesn't mean it fails here, all right? It does not mean it has to fail here. Again, what I'm going to remind you at the start of the day, what do we talk about, right? What's the MAG doing? Look on this screen, right? MAG, Tesla up, Nvidia up, Meta up, Google up, Apple down, Amazon down, Microsoft down a little bit, all right? We come down to here, semis up, software up. We come down to here, quantum up. All right, we're seeing sectors bid up together right now. Do we want to short that? No. Let's bring this up. All right, where's the strength been in the market for the last 6 months? Semiconductors up. Semiconductors up. Communications up. Computer hardware up. All right, we've got a little bit of weakness in some of these software names, but a lot of these have just gone red to green. This is not showing it yet, and a lot of these are starting to claw back. So we're seeing bid up in a lot of the market. So we don't want to try and fade it. All right, we've moved value higher. We're seeing a bid up market. We're coming to retest key levels. We don't fade. What do? What is our job in the market every single day? All our job is as day traders is to go, hey, I expect in this blue box or this blue box for there to be a big old fucking whale. All right, and I reckon Mr. Whale is going to gobble up any silly seller down into here. Well, what did we see? Reaction, reaction. So what did we do? We tried to get in slipstream of the whale. Then they did some bullshit here. And then we held new level, which was value area low. So this whale protected this. And then boom. And now he's hit his targets. We don't long up here now because we don't know if a whale is going to be up here selling. We know it's a key area. We don't long into it. We long up to it. We don't sell it because we're up here. What would we need to sell it? We would need excess high with a buyer trap, and we'd need a shift in structure. And even if you're going to take this, it would be counter trend, and you'd have to take a partial here and partial here. Yeah? It's honestly, guys, it's that simple. But you got to zoom out. The biggest mistakes new traders make is they get so zoomed in to an M1 or it's a 30-second fair value gap with a rainbow taking a shit on a gold mine. Shut up. Zoom out, all right? Zoom out. It's that simple. First time was so nice yesterday. I had to do it twice. Big thank you. I'm lost for words. Hey, thank you for joining, man. Appreciate it. Alex, I did a data search on my performance and I always F up on Fridays. Should I avoid trading on Fridays or look at what I'm doing wrong? Yes, avoid it. Man, if you give back on Fridays, just don't trade it, right? Fridays are an interesting day. I always say the last hour of the day, the first hour of the day and the last hour of the day is where institutional trading takes place, right? Where do you see the big orders come in? Between that is more retail. So we want to pay attention to the last hour and the first hour of the day. How do we open and how do we close, right? If we think about that on a weekly basis, Monday, Tuesday sets the tone for the week. Friday is an institutional day. Do they need to rebalance books, right? Have we been bid up all week and they need to get rid of inventory, all right? Is it the other way? Have we been selling and we need to bid up and rebalance? Other markets we need to get into, especially right now, we're about to roll over contracts as well. So maybe Fridays, you don't fully understand them yet in your career. But if you do understand you lose money on Fridays, stop trading them. The other part of it might not be the actual type of day a Friday is. It might be burnout, mate. Yeah, it might be that you're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Might be by the end of the week you are very tired and you make more mistakes because you're exhausted. Hey, take it off. Take a long weekend. Doesn't matter. Makes no difference, right? Alex, want to take a moment to say thank you for this week. I stopped watching your stream because I was copying all your trades, and in one trade I went heavy and lost my... I can't see what you said there afterwards. How do I draw H1 levels? There are, yeah, it's all in the course. There's probably some levels for free on YouTube. And now YouTube chat's gone down just to take the piss. Let me get up on the big screen. Man, we're having a day here. We are having a day here where nothing wants to work right. Do not be surprised if they come and start to wash out some of these guys. Remember, you've hit key level. This is extreme for the week. We are still bullish, but we are an extreme, all right? That's your current week value area high. This is a grind. They can come and wash all these guys out and still bid up. So I said, do not bid in grindy action. You're liable to get washed out. And I would not be a buyer in this red box anymore. Doesn't mean you have to sell this. But this is your high probability. There's basically no low-hanging fruit left. The absolute extreme would be up here, but there's no low-hanging fruit left. We have hit all our targets today, which is great because we've got 30 minutes left and we've hit the targets. Right, I'm opening up YouTube so I can see your chat. Here we go. Been casually trading for years and I just started taking it seriously full-time this week, and 2 days I'm over 1K. Thank you. You're welcome, man. Are we still bullish or possible reversal? Well, your higher time frame is still bullish, right? So into this level here, remember, H1 can find a bid now. All right, it all depends what happens here. But we hit the key target, right? That blue line. So we can pull back into this now. I'm going to get rid of this old... I would say anywhere from this red line, right? Anywhere in here, they may or may not find a bid. It all depends how they want to close this week out. Now, why am I saying this in here? Right? If you think about the H1, right? What have we done on H1? Okay. They can hold this, can't they? All right, they can hold this. It might not be for today. They might just chop in here today. They might extend it, but they now have the ability to hold this level because of how we've changed structure. If they don't hold that level and we start trading under, then we come back in range. And if they lose this range and lose this, then we trade much, much lower. Yeah, but our low hanging fruit for the morning session, remember, was to buy this and to get in this. You've done it. All right, we've done it. We needed a few attempts for like that and like that. We've done it. So if you're going to trade the afternoon session, you'd be waiting to see, are they willing to hold this grey box and extend higher? Or have we hit the current week value area high, and are we just going to see a rejection and slop in here? Very possible, right? Very possible to go sideways in here now that they hit the extreme. Okay, and then next week we can see, do we gap under this? Do we hold this bid? Do we gap under this? Are we going to gap up and start going? I don't know. Who knows? No one knows what's going to happen over the weekend. SpaceX open price keeps dropping. I can't even see it. Oh, we've got so much interest. There's so much interest from retail that we've just got so much interest that we're allowing people with smaller accounts to buy it. What? What did you just say? What did you just say? Yeah, I mean, look, red line. This is the H1 level. Look, we just talked about this is the H1 level. Resistance, 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 resistance. Probably going to become what? Support. All right, so this is the difference. Do H1 buyers bid this up, or do they say, hey, do you know what? Let's just do this for a while. This is going to be the important thing now. Look, current weak value area high is not allowed to be bid over. And at the moment, this is an RBS zone, right? So your ping pong is going to be probably in here. If they're just going to pitch it and go sideways for the rest of the day, that's where they're going to do it. Again, did we hit our low hanging fruits? Yes. Do you need to take another trade? No. You've just done the rollover and the numbers are different. Yeah, because I haven't rolled over. When do I roll over? When there's more size on the second contract, on the new contract. It normally ends up being Tuesday or Wednesday. That's when we roll. That's when I roll. Really appreciate everything you explain, Alex. Can probably speak for everyone that whatever hate you get, we still love you and we appreciate you for what you do for us. Keep it up. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. We need to get to 1,200 likes to go a giveaway again. Alex, I realise I give my money back in the afternoons, but there are outlier days when I make up for my morning. Should I end it at noon like you? Yeah, we don't trade because of outlier days. We trade what we consistently do. If you consistently give back and you have the odd outlier, then you shouldn't be trading it. Yeah. Don't trade the afternoons if that's your story. I've learned more from you in 2 weeks on YouTube than in $100 a month Discords for some ICT. Yep. Not surprised. Not because I'm arrogant. Not surprised. For following an 18-year-old who's still a virgin and hasn't lived life yet and has learnt the markets by some bullshit, then you're going to learn some bullshit, aren't you? Alex, do you teach in your course this analysis? Yeah, Dariana, yeah. So the beginner to advanced course is 20 hours. It's not some like flimsy little course. It's 20 hours long. There's a lot in there. So we go over everything. SNR, like supply levels, like literally everything is in there that you will need to get started. Fundamentals, initial balance, momentum, traps, volume, right? So like that's a good place to get a good core understanding. You also get a version of this indicator, not quite the same, but a version of this indicator for free. The only thing I don't cover in that beginner to advanced course is order flow. That is in the order flow course. So like how to read the book, how to see trap delta, CVD divergence, current order book, footprint, Bookmap. That's in the order flow course. Also with the beginner to advanced course, you get free access to Discord for life. So there's like, I don't know, 400 or 500 traders in there who've all done the beginner to advanced course, which means, right, you've got lots of traders in similar positions to you who can answer your questions and they trade together. And I tell you what, they execute better than me sometimes. They are turning into a bunch of snipers and absolute beasts in there. And we also have a ton of coders in there. So there is a lot of free stuff in there, free indicators for both NinjaTrader, Tradeify, and TradingView that you won't find elsewhere. They're a very kind, friendly bunch in there. We're a good bunch in there. If those lose the IB high, do we go back into chop and value range? No, not necessarily. Like I said, the problem that you've got right now is this H1 level, which is right here down to here. All right, so getting short in this market here, this is an extreme. This was a high probability long from here to here. It is not necessarily a high probability short from here to here now. We can get stuck in here based on the hourly and based on what we've done here before. All right, so if you think about this, this doesn't look great, does it? Like, what are we playing off here? All right, so if you're trying to get short here, where's your exit? What, this swing low? Here? Very, very tough. What's the swing points? If we think about the swing points today in this session, since we put in this low, all right, compression, trap, all right, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, all right? Unlikely we take that out right now. 50% pullback, maybe. Do you have room then to get your next trade? Probably not. Right, so 50% pullback would be into this node at we just call it 550s, right? If they pulled back and swept this. No guarantee they even get there. So like honestly, for me right now, it's, I wouldn't be short and I wouldn't be long right now. That would be my position on this. I think this needs to build out. I think we build out in here. Now, if you're like looking to scalp like tiny trades from here to here, sure. But I think this is going to be messy. We might be messy in here. I don't know. Is SpaceX open yet? It's all I want to know. Where are we going to open and what they're going to do with it? Still nothing. I'm going to add it to my watch list so I can see when it opens. All right, SPY back down to IB. Yeah, J-Mart. I mean, they always do that. They always do that. Like I talked about yesterday, I remember the opening of Rivian. I think it was supposed to open at like 50 back in COVID. Right? They did the same with this shit back in the day. And they just kept pushing it higher and higher before the open. There you go. So we were supposed to open at 50 this day. Right? We ended up opening at 107. We pushed all the way up, 180. And I said to I remember trading with, I don't know if they're here, Coop and Razorback. I was like, wake me up when it's back at 20s. Well, didn't take that long. A year. All it did is go downside pressure. 6 months even, not even a year. All right. The thing is, if you're trading the open on these, we're in price discovery mode. There's so much retail. So excited. This is the thing. All I can see on social media is everyone being like, I'm going to become a millionaire because I'm buying $2,000 of SpaceX. I even had a friend of mine messaged me today being like, here. I'm not going to call him out. He's a friend of mine, but they don't understand, right? So he said to me today, is anyone jumping on SpaceX? And another guy says, $135 a share seems light, no? And I was like, it's $1 trillion float price. It's definitely not light. And he was like, I don't understand. And I was like, because it's the amount of shares available times by share price. This, I'm not being offensive here. This is the type of person buying SpaceX right now. That's the person buying SpaceX right now. Oh, it's cheap. They don't even understand market cap. That worries the fuck out of me. If 30% of the float is that person and you've got no real lock-ins, all right, we posted this in the room. I'll read you out the lock-in periods. It doesn't, I'm not telling you it can't go higher. I'm just saying you're in price discovery. No one fucking knows, right? Well, if we look at the lock-in periods, I'm sure I put it in the swing channel. Okay. 60 days after the listing, 20% of insider shares become unlocked. If the stock runs 30% above the IPO price, another 10% becomes unlocked. At days 70, 90, 105, and 120, 135, a fresh 7% gets unlocked at each step. 7, 14, 21, 28. So you're going to have 48% within the first 3 months is going to become unlocked for them to sell, regardless of whether price gets above 30%. If it gets above 30%, you're going to have 58% of that share available to be sold, not including the 20% of retail. So 58, 68, 78% of that float is available to be sold within the first 3 months. What did I tell you yesterday when we do price discovery? We went over it. The first 3 months on an IPO is key. I hope and pray for all you guys who have bought it pre-market or are going to buy it at the open. I hope it works for you. I don't want to see people get hurt. I want to see you guys do well. Look at that. Open at 150, push to 152. We'll see what's going to happen. All right. Do you want it on the screen for a bit of fun? We'll change it up a bit because we're kind of done here. We can put it on the screen. Let's hope, for retail's sake, that this thing holds up. And I hope they shove it up. Let me put some volume on there for you guys. Ain't no fucking way I'm touching it. Willy Wonka. Alex, I have the hardest time cutting trades. It's my Achilles. Why can't I cut losers? You're the best. Because you have fear. Yeah, you have fear. So what you do is you're not predetermining the trade, right? So let's say, here's a perfect example. Let's say you're long, right? You haven't got predetermined risk. You've just gone, right, I'm long and I'm looking for whatever I'm looking for. And if the market turns around, the moment you see red, rather than accepting that you were wrong on the trade, you go into fight or flight mode. All right. Really, it's fight, flight, or freeze. Now, if you're in freeze mode, right? If you're in freeze mode, then you go still and you just watch it drop, 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 drop without you. And you just stare at the screens like a rabbit, deer in the headlights, right? Fuck. The other thing you might do is you can't accept the loss, so you make the loss worse by buying more and more and more, putting more risk on the table into the loser. Also very, very possible that you do that. These are all about emotions. It's all about fear. Jesus NQ, yeah, I mean, NQ's dropping while this thing's ripping. Remember, we said it's very possible that they need money to bid this back up. We'll just see. NQ back to the 500s. I mean, nothing's... Can we try and get this on a normal chart for a minute? Oh, motherfucker. Let's put this on hollow. Should work. There we go. Okay, back to the 500s. Remember, your 500s is your daily level. It's your daily level. Exactly. Money out of indices to bid SpaceX. But I mean, I think that's probably a good reason we dropped the last few weeks anyway. So big buyers coming in here at 60s. Fat. Can I get a footprint for this? Oh, we can. Have I not got... Okay, so 60's over under right now. It's so thin. You see all these thin clusters. Uh-oh. So 160, no acceptance over 160 yet. So if they fail this 160, they probably come back down and test 55s. It works the same way. Acceptance over 160, they will attempt to make a new high. See, look at the importance of 160. Nothing changes. It doesn't matter what market you look at. Everything's exactly the same. How did I overcome the emotional side of trading? You don't really ever overcome it, all right? You get burnt enough times to do something different. Yeah, and you just start putting things in place. The more automation you can put in your trading to protect you from emotional damage, the more things you can put in place, the better, right? So if you can put things in place to protect the amount of trades you take a day, your max loss for the day, your max loss per trade, you remove some of the tilt factors. Alex, if the shares are locked, not all the shares are locked, only some of the shares. I gave you a readout of what the amount of shares that are locked. Not all the shares are locked. What we were talking about there was insiders who are locked in, board members, etc., etc. I can't remember who did the raise for this. Don't remember who did the raise for this. All right, back through 160. 60s is the over under here. And NQ bidding back up off that level. All right, remember this was the daily level we talked about at the beginning of the show. The importance, all right, of this level. All right, we just bid right off it. That's the level right here, 500. We just bid off it. JP Morgan, they did the raise today. There we go. Yeah, I mean, you just got to understand what's moving and why. Like, higher time frame levels matter. A lot of you guys are like, oh, it's a huge dump or it's a huge this, and because you get so drawn into the M1, but then everything's big at the moment. But again, look, this is from earlier. What's the daily level? All right, this is it. This is all we're looking at. What is this daily level? Resistance, resistance, resistance. It just became support. How do we know it just became support? Because on a 1 minute chart, we just came down into it and we held it. All right, we just held that level right there. Don't get drawn into the lower time frames. Make sure you're not getting drawn into the lower time frames. Where's my SpaceX gone? All right, we need these likes up so we can do giveaways, folks. 1,200 likes is the target from now on. 1,200 likes each stream. All right, price discovery over the 160s. We built out a base there. With stuff like this, you can just use fibs for targets. There you go. So 1.5, and the next target above this would be 170. This is how you mark out. If you're scalping this, so you'd be TP1 here, and you'd be looking for 170 now. All right, and then it's exactly the same, right? You would want your pullback to hold the top of this range. It's literally this. Okay, you want this to hold a support now. If you're day trading this while we're talking, this is what you're looking for. All right, so TP1, TP2 would be 170, and you want pullbacks to hold 163 to 161. All right, so what you would need to see now is this pullback hold and find acceptance. Otherwise, you come back into this range, right? You're looking to find acceptance over this range right now if you're day trading this. If you fail this blue box, there's the reaction of the blue box. See how everything's the same. It does not matter what we look at. It doesn't matter what product you're looking at. Everything operates the same way. You can either trade or you can't trade. That's it. That's trading. Blue box reacted. No fucking way. No way. Doesn't matter. Brand new stock. Never looked at it before. Have no idea about anything other than how we're going to trade. So target is 170 here if they can break out. I'm good. Yeah, you guys can do all this. You guys can do all this. Like, honestly, it ain't that hard. Like, it ain't that hard. Forget being like, oh, this is a breaker, and shut the fuck up. Make it simple on yourselves, guys. All right? Resistance became support. We know that. It's a key level. There's volume below. They hold this. They accelerate higher. We take profit into measured moves. They lose this. We go into range. Okay? We lose the bottom side of the range. We accelerate lower. We test this low volume node. We test the lows. It's always and if or, and we play the structure and momentum in front of us. That's it. Do not overcomplicate it. Do I go over fibs in the beginner to advanced course? Yes, I do. It's currently worth more than Tesla. Yeah. What's its valuation at this price? Like 1.7 trillion or something. It's a mag. Don't worry, guys. It's in the Mag 7 pre-profit. Great. Fucking hell. I want to open up a company pre-profit and float it. I'll just go to JP Morgan. Can you float this for me? I've decided it's worth over $1 trillion. Sure, no worries. I don't want a lock-in, though. I want to be able to get out the moment you floated it. Yeah, no worries, Alex. We can do that for you. Blue box key here. They lose blue box. They come back into the internal range like we talked about. Okay, and POC. Right, so this is the internal range. If they can't hold a bid in here, they're going to be in very, very big trouble. So there's VWAP, there's POC. They're trying to bid off it. They are trying to do this, and if they fail to reclaim above 63s, right, then they're going to chop this. 2 minutes till lunch. I recognize the levels beforehand and the concepts, but struggle to implement properly with the level of volatility and whipping on NQ. Should I size down and go with 1 micro? Yes, Thomas, 100%. You don't need size in this market like we talk about. ATR is absolutely ginormous, right? If we think about... Oh, fuck it up. Let's get that off that one. I need this back to normal. Right, if we think about the size, we can come back to SpaceX, don't worry, we'll come back. Please, can we go back to NQ? All right, if we think about size of the range, okay, H1 starting to lose the bid, so we're back down to POC, grey box again. So they fail to hold the price here, and we're rotating lower. If you think about the size, Thomas, of the range, if you're trying to play with, let's just go for a small candle, right? Let's just look at some of the like inside bars today. Right, this inside bar, one of the smaller candles on the day, is 50 points. Yeah? Your smaller candle on today is 50 points. That's $100 risk with 1 micro. Your bigger candles today are 175 points. All right, you do not need size in this market right now. Size is your enemy right now in this market, not your friend. All right, back into value area low, same grey box. I'm going to delete the Globex levels because I don't feel like we need those anymore. What's this thing doing? Still trying to hold blue box, right? Still trying to hold this blue box. All right, they're trying to build a giant flag here. or this move here, but they did hit 1618. This is their next move. We can do another fib projection on this if they're willing to base, right? If this is a new low, which they're willing to hold, all right, then they're going to look for 175s, 177s. All right, assuming this low holds. There they go. So if they can break above this next high, they can get going. You want to go back to NQ? We can go back to NQ. I mean, you hit all your targets. This is current week point of control right here. So they faded current week value area high to point of control. They might bid out of this again. I don't think there's like much to do in here now. I think the rest of the day will be a bit messy, just based on the H1. Yeah, so weak on the likes today. You're very weak on the likes today. When do I expect ARK to price in SpaceX? Probably next week at some point. ARKX, the fund, yeah, probably next week at some point, mate. I'm still long in them. We'll just see. All right, SpaceX is just chopping that range now. So remember, if they lose the bottom side of that range, 156s, then they're going to come and test the open price. And if they lose the open price, everyone who just bought before the open price will be caught. So it's quite a key level coming up here. If you're in SpaceX at the moment, you would want to see them bid and hold 156s. And I'll tell you, if they lose 56s and they lose 50s, you're going to come, a measured move will be 140s and 130s. It's still bullish right now, but I'm just warning you. I should do pre-market giveaways. Yeah? How about no? Should we just do what you want? How about no? Why would I do a pre-market giveaway to you? What, so you can turn up, get your giveaway, and then go and watch some other shit trader? How about no? How about you should fuck off to Top Step and watch them right now? How about that? Alex, can I tell us about some of the challenges you overcame when you started and how you got to where you are now? Well, I lost tens of thousands of dollars. Like, I lost a lot of real money. Challenges I had. SpaceX is dumping. What's coming to that key pivot, right? If it loses its 156, it will test low of day. If it loses low of day, the projections, right? I'll just show you very quickly, right? This is the level. It must protect this level. If it doesn't protect this level, these fibs, we flip them the other way and we do the whole range. Okay, so if it can't protect this, and we've just done price discovery up here, and they extend underneath the open, we are going to go down to 140, 138, 130. All right, so this blue box becomes key. Now, it's no change to anything else. All right, this is your fair value. This is the D shape that we have right now in the, I don't know, in the first 15 minutes of trading it. All right, this is your rotation. This at the moment has been deemed fair value. If we deem this too expensive, which we have, we've come down to the bottom side. If they can bid this up, maybe they do this, maybe they do this. We don't know. This is what I'm saying, because it's price discovery. Any play on this right now, it's a punt. You've got 15 minutes of price, and that's it for a $1.7 trillion company. Right, some of the things that I struggled with or that I overcame. Sizing. Sizing with me was tough. Trading in small caps, I was either undersized or oversized. I found it really hard for the first few years. Actually, my first years were really good. I was trading mean reversion trades based off standard deviations. Okay, 3 sigma moves. I've talked about this before. Anything extended over 3 sigma moves in a single day, I was looking to fade back in, right, for small caps. That market changed, right, when we started doing the stimulus checks. 3 sigma moves became 4, 5, and 6s. We went from 30% gap ups to 1,000% gap ups. And no, I'm not joking. And every retail monkey started just bidding everything up. The apes came in. Oh, this piece of shit Chinese company, we're bid and bid and bid. And we had more Chinese scams than ever before. So I had to overcome that, adjust my trading for that. Small caps started to die down, and I started to find more consistency, moving to like mid and large caps. And then eventually I got quite busy with some music work, and I just focused on SPY actually for a lot of the time and some of the large caps, and found like easier to swing trade in those and find positioning in those. Higher time frame. Well, the apes, I said monkeys, the apes came in. Ooh, bid AMC, hodl. AMC, GME is going to $1 million. Yeah, that era. Yeah, that era. What a load of crap. What a load of bollocks. We'll buy every piece of shit going. So that had to adapt. That was one of the things, learning to adapt to the market, adapting to conditions in front of you, right? When the market's being stimulated non-stop to go higher, you have to expect more and more unreasonable price action, as in we're going to go way, way past what is normally feasible. So that was one of the first struggles. Other stuff, once I started finding consistency, sizing up. Tough, man. Very tough. I'd say in futures, very, very tough. Because if you're trading 1 micro and you jump to 2, that's 100% extra size. There's a big difference. All right, you're better off going from 1 micro to 12, 1 mini to 12 micros to 15 micros, and then maybe to 2. That was some of the stuff, I'd say. Psychology, dealing with losing days. I'm at the point now where, losing day doesn't really affect me. I can get frustrated, but the pit of monitors bent over my knee and mouses smashed against the wall, that stopped years ago. But there was an era where that was there. Yeah, one of my friends, JJ, he leaves them all his smashed monitors, he leaves them on the floor as a reminder of what he used to be. And he's a great trader. So yeah, I think just once you know how to trade, you know how to trade. After that, you're probably just your own worst enemy, and what you've got to work on is yourself. Okay, nice undercut on SpaceX, reclaimed levels, coming back to the upside now, so we can do a projection of this move now. If they hold this bid, they've got a chance to go to 175 now for a measured move if they can hold the bid. So they need to hold a bid at 160 and then start breaking out back above 165, and that would get the higher day break, which would get them up to 175. Do I use a pre-planned stop loss before I take a trade? Yeah. My out is always based on structure and volume. Yeah. So let's say you bid this grey box, which has been here all day. This is what we were watching all day, is our kind of over-under level. Let's say you bid this, right, as you turned, right, your stop's here. If you're a trader that just bids in a box, then your stop needs to be in the next swing low. That's not what I do, but that needs to be you. If you're a seller here, for example, you would sell this, your stop would need to be the other side of volume. You're using players, right, to support you, right? You're using, if you're long here, you'd want your stop in this little node underneath, right? You use volume or you use swing points. That's what you need to use for stops. How did you get started? What brought you in? What did you do before? Well, I went to do this as a job post-uni. I talked about this before. I took interviews in Cairo and in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai. I actually got offered a job and then ended up having a pretty amazing career in music. So completely sidetracked, made some pretty good money in music, had some pretty good years in music, and then started trading that capital. and then I was looking for an exit of music for a while, to be honest. I was just sick of it, and then during COVID I was like, do you know what, I'm done, and came back to this full time. Runs in the blood. Dad was a trader as well, so a couple of my best friends were traders as well, so that I used to live with in London and Dalston, so I was always around it. What is my artist name? I don't do it anymore. We were a duo called Tough Love. He's still going solo, still my best mate, but Tough Love. I still do some music, but more for fun now. Saw my pilot party. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. They're out. They're going to start pitching it this week to some of the guys, you know, HBO, Netflix, etc., etc. So we'll see. It'll be exciting. I can't say much more on that than that, but really proud of them. It was awesome. Any trap sellers on NQ? Let me have a look. Sorry, mate. I haven't even looked for a little bit. There's a little bit of excess down at 420s on that shelf, but there's not much. There's no like huge orders right now. Only the guy from this morning. All right. So if we think about these guys down here at 95s where we have this imbalance, right? We've kept them trapped. So it's really the players from 1050, 1055 who are caught sell side. Buyers are caught trying to bid after we'd already hit the low hanging fruit. So these guys got caught trying to bid after we hit the low hanging fruit. We come down, these sellers remain trapped. I mean, it looks like we're just going to go into a market imbalance today at the moment for this afternoon session. Right, last few questions, folks, and then I'm going to have to get out of here for the day. You love Tough Love back in the day. Thanks, man. Where are you from, Two Glides? If you don't mind me asking, I'm interested where you're from. Were you UK based or somewhere else? Will 24-hour markets ruin the New York Open volatility? I don't think so. Did you like living in Dubai? I didn't live there. I took interviews there. I didn't live there. Here we go. Here comes the shove. Someone's just turned it back on. And it's right back up to value area high. So like I said, just a return of value. I think this can be choppy. And if they reclaim this, new highs. But this is your rotation now. They're showing you the rotation. Same thing we did earlier. Same thing we did last night. Why don't I copy trade? I do copy trade. I do. When we're A+ or we're setting up really good, I do copy trade. All depends. Like if I'm waiting for payouts, I don't copy trade accounts when I'm waiting for payouts, etc., etc. You live in Scotland? Oh man, I only played up there a couple times, I think. Couple friends up there though, Ilias and Barrientos. Those are like the best Scottish duo I know. They're fucking sick. Good guys as well. A nice bunch. Advice to past fundeds. I've never tried. Just trade the levels. Trade the same way you would anything else. Nothing changes, right? Am I mostly self-taught? Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what I learned. I learned what not to do. That's one of the... there you go. There's one of the struggles I had. One of the struggles I had is I learnt from terrible mentors. Now that changed. I did do some good courses. I would say Investors Underground, pretty good, but not the best education. I would say great trader, knows what he's doing, not the best teacher. Not because he doesn't know what he's doing, but back in the days, I found it kind of hard to understand sometimes, but maybe I just didn't have the experience. I did so many courses back in the days, man, but they were very small cap focused. That course was pretty good. I did Dux's course. That was pretty good. Again, they're all teaching the same stuff, really. It's the same setups in small caps. It's overextension, past key level for a piece of shit, pullback, fail to reclaim, fade. That's all it really is. Am I hitting the gym today? Yep, chest day. Chest and tries, baby. Thanks, J Mark. Yeah, take care, man. Have I ever been Eastern US or Midwest like Michigan? No, never been Michigan. Can I please tell you where to find a link to purchase the course? It's pinned down below, or you can just go to flowzonetrader.com. All right, they're trying to reclaim value here. If they reclaim value, they're going to try and have a shove up. You've got relative strength in the Qs right now. You've got that is a really good bid off 230s in the SOXL. If we hold a print over 240s here, then they're going to go for that cool wall at 250s, and that will drag this market up to the top side of this box. They're making this very hard today. It's a range trader's dream. All right, the reaction off the value. This is like yesterday. It's funny. I watched a video yesterday and someone was like, if you were bidding the lows, you got lucky. No, if you're bidding the lows, you're bidding value. You're bidding value, bidding value. People don't understand that. All right, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, 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 high. All right, we are still in this technically. All right, but they can rotate here for a while. But if they rotate here over lunch and then you hold a print above this, this is still available. It's a very hard trade to take on a Friday. I think it might very well do it, but I would say on a Friday it's a tough trade. Alex, I just wanted to let you know you've really changed my outlook on trading. I went from just dabbling in it to now seeing a path to a legit path to early retirement. Just take it nice and easy talking like that, my friend. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. Don't be quitting your day job, right? The easiest way to learn trading is when you already have financial stability. Trying to trade when you don't have financial stability, very, very hard. But yes, it's a great way to compound gains. You will beat the 3.8% a bank will offer you on interest. Even swinging, you'll make 11% a year in the ETFs, right? As long as you know where you're buying. By the way, do I know the Prosper Boys? Yep. I remember you saying a couple of weeks ago, modern music is shit. Yeah. It's funny you say that. I posted their album on my Instagram a couple of days ago. That album is incredible. And yes, I know them and I know their manager. One of the last big gigs I played was with them for Radio 1 at Reading Festival, Reading and Leeds. Nice lads. It's nice to see them develop and come on so well. They're two of the good guys. Manual lockout, 6K, holy moly, wait. Nice, man. Good work. When am I going on vacation? Probably the end of summer. I'll probably do a trip back to Europe. I became an uncle again last week, so I'll probably go back to Europe at the end of summer. Thanks, Alex. Got in the long based on the exact key level you just said. Nice work. Where to purchase the course? The link is pinned to chat, flowzonetrader.com. Everything is in the chat or in the description underneath, okay? All right, that be it from me. I've got to take my doggo out for a walk. All right, trade safe for the rest of the day. We've had a fantastic Friday. We have had the most incredible week. Long may it continue. This price action is about as good as I can remember it. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend. And I will just remind you, I'm just going to clean this chart up before I forget later. The newsletter will be in your inbox if you've signed up for it tomorrow morning. Everyone in Discord, I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to hit the gym. I think we've hit the main key targets, but I'll send you a little note before we go. Guys, make sure you get off the screens this weekend. All right. This has been a big week. All right. And whether you're green or red, it's probably taken a lot of your mental capital up. All right. Because the ATR has been massive. Make sure you rest this weekend. It's really important you rest this weekend so that you're fresh coming to the screens next week, because you want to attack this market all the time. It's giving us these amazing setups. All right, big love, everyone. Peace out. Be kind to each other. Use hard stops. You know the deal. And see you guys Monday. Take care.